Howdy everyone. It's Thursday. I almost forgot what day it was. Because I'm that kind of person. How's it going? We're going with a PNG tuber today because I only have one webcam and I do actually have the desk set up for some painting, so that's why I am very much static today. How is everyone doing? How has everyone been since the last time I streamed? Hope everyone's well. I need to remember how to do all the stuff that I do. I seem to forget every single week. Hello, hello. Yo, yo, yo. First time catching one of my streams. Nice. Hope you enjoy and hope it isn't a horrendous disappointment. You'll find that things get interesting. Hello, hello. Got results back from the judge. They ruled that I'm disabled. Nice. Not again. I think we discussed this last week. I keep saying nice as in like, hey, good job. But I don't know. How do you feel about that? I assume that's what you were hoping for. I don't know. Well, I was hoping to be disabled. That sounds wrong. I apologize. All the people who are first time streaming here, well done. Well, welcome. You've caught me in an awkward moment where I am trying to congratulate with someone on being disabled. But it's okay, because technically I guess I'm not disabled, but I'm neurodivergent, so I guess I'm allowed. Yes, hello, hello. Getting your emissary. My emissary preached the spiteful motivation. Yes. Spite time. Who's spiting today? Who's working on spite? Because we got like over 300 people join the Discord, which is mad. I set up that channel expecting a little bit of things to come in, but then yeah, it got out of control. So yeah, you could discuss like spite stuff in there. That's fine. Grey Knights, Salamander Terminators, nice. Lost in the warp. You should find your way out of the warp pretty quick. I've heard that's not exactly the nicest place to be. The music got very slow. The one thing I find with Epidemic Sound is the volume slider is very all over the place. Currently building a Battle Sister squad. Nice. Trying to your Volgoth Shudderhod. I don't know what that is. That sounds cool. Ultramarine, yeah, nice. Working on some Drukhari. And 2 people working on Drukhari by the looks of it. Me and my 4 friends got inspired by your challenge. Now we compete against each other. Nice. Yeah. That sounds exactly the kind of level that we're looking for here. It's all about negativity. That's what I'm really trying to push here. It's all about if you're not gonna, if you're already negative about not doing something, you might as well turn that negative and double down and then do something about it. It's all about playing into your base human instincts. Finishing 3rd and final Ryan's Leap. Nice. Mankin of Noggle. Yes, are they? The forgot to from that. Nice. And Possessed. Yeah. When you can be bothered? Yeah. That's, he'll never do it. Ha! Spite. Got him. Abandoned Guardsman Sentinel. Nice. And Spite picking orcs. Very cool. I've got some stuff I'm going to do today. It's not going to be a huge amount of painting. But I'm going to start my Vanguard vets. I do want to discuss my plan with the Vanguard vets, and I can show off what I've done as well. Where do you start with Possessed? From the beginning. I actually don't know. I've never played one. They're the Chaos big like dudes with all the demony stuff on them. I guess, you know, foot first. From the bottom upwards. 2k of Grey Knights to paint in 30 days. That's only... Alright, Paul, now you gotta try to do maths. Like, a number of points per day. I gave up on doing the maths part. I realised 2,000 divided by 30, so 200 divided by 3 times 10, but 200 divided by 3 is an annoying number. It's about 70. Like, what is it? 60 something. 60 something points. 600 some. No. Yeah, 60 something points per day. No? Yes? No? Yes? No? Yes? I don't know. Start with Doomstalker. Inspired to paint my first 2,000 points. You have 2 more 2k armies, but like... What do you paint my Drukhari? Yeah, Drukhari is fun. I do like Drukhari. I'm not playing them as much at the moment. The problem is I bounce between all of my armies. And when I'm on one army, I start painting a little bit. Currently on the Screaming Ravens. Yeah, so I bounced from Drukhari to Thousand Suns and now to Screaming Ravens. I imagine I'll bounce again at some point. Howdy. Howdy, Warren. Howdy, Alec, man. Thanks some World Eaters. And finish basing Big Aggron. Angry Boy. Spend a bunch of Grey Knights quick. Use your 1k Salamanders. Yeah. I think a lot of people, you know, with ADHD, it's one of those things where, for me, it definitely is. It's a spark and momentum thing. As soon as I get a spark and I get the momentum to do something, I'll kind of do it for a while, and then just have to hope that that doesn't kind of fall off. And if it does, it kind of gets right back around to it. With painting, it does definitely go in bursts. Like every few weeks, maybe I'll go for a few days of painting, like most days, to get something done, and it kind of be my hyper focus, which is both good and bad. Sometimes I'm at work and I'm like, oh, I'd just rather paint, and then that causes a bit of problem. I've also been playing a lot of F-Zero 99. If anyone else is playing F-Zero 99, good. If you're not playing F-Zero 99, you should. We need to tell Nintendo that we want more F-Zero. Because I love F-Zero. And that hasn't helped in terms of getting stuff painted, because I'm like, oh, I could paint, or I could do another race. And then the races don't take long, and it's one of those ones where it's like, oh, just one more race, and one more race, one more race, one more race. One more race. But it's very, very fun. Good at making really good slate colours. Andrew just plus Abbott and black. Interesting. I guess mixed, rather than one on top of the other. Hi, Apes of Justice. Big P. That's interesting. I don't know if Big P will catch on. For several reasons. But yeah, my day's alright. Work was a bit workish, but it always is. I've realized as well, I'm very, very dumb, because I picked Thursday as like, that was the day I usually released videos, so I was like, I'll do streams every Thursday, that sounds fine. At least it means I'm doing something every Thursday still, whether it's a video or a stream or whatever. Thursday seems to be the day I always seem to have meetings until late, so I'm always rushing after meetings, which is fun. Yeah, because I'm very similar. Like, I painted these in cursors in like 3 days, and then I'm not painting anything. So somebody, I only finished a couple of days ago, so it's not exactly been long. I just didn't paint yesterday. Yeah, so it was only yesterday I didn't paint. Or Tuesday? No, it was yesterday. No, Tuesday I didn't paint because I was playing D&D. So yeah. So I finished them on Monday. It's been a couple of days. Any thoughts on the rumored Christmas boxes? I actually don't know what they are. What is the rumor? Anyone tell me the rumor, and I'll let you know what I think. Working on Lumineth Realm Lords. But to pivot what models I build and also have 2k points ready for a game on Saturday. I finished the Blister and time to build their terrain piece. That sounds cool though. Yeah, the Lumineth stuff looks really cool. I do like that kind of stuff. It's fun between having enough painting projects going that you can switch when you use a spot, and so many projects get decision. Yeah, so that was the original reason for the wheel, that analysis paralysis. Just like, oh, I'll spin this and I'll kind of do something. And the problem was I kind of went, oh, I don't really need this anymore. I've kind of spun the wheel and now I have the focus, and that focus has been lost. So I do kind of need to get back into it. A lot of the time, what I want to paint is what I'm playing, and because I decided I want to play the screen when the nerfs came in, or the buffs, with the data state, I was like, okay, I'm going to give Scream Ravens a go, because basically everything in that got buffed apart from the Desolators, which I just took out the list. So I was like, okay, I'm pretty sure I'm there. I might as well pivot to this. Obviously, Steve painted the tech green for me, and then from that, yeah, that was kind of, you know, off to the races from that point. That's kind of, yeah. Again, the spark was there. Magnus helped spark with 1,000 Suns a little bit, but obviously I pivoted from that. And I will get around to Magnus. I'm not going to do any Magnus today. As easy as it would be to do the wash, I might do the wash part off stream just to kind of progress it a little bit. I find it a bit tricky to paint on stream. I did say I would paint Magnus on stream. So I might do some bits like, you know, the wash, which is kind of boring off stream. But We'll see. I do want to get Magnus painted. It's a really, really good model. But the other thing, one thing I do sometimes is if I have 2 or 3 things on the go, I'll do like little bits of all 3. And by having like stacking up 3 things at once, that causes me to be like, oh, I don't really want to anymore. I was doing that with the Drukhari, where I had like, oh, I've got like Scourges, the Riders for the Reavers, and the Cabalites to finish. So I'll get all of them out and I'll just do the colors on all of them. But the problem was, because it was so much stuff, it kind of made me not want to do it. So I do need to be much more focused. But I'm just going to do the Riders. Even though I've got the colors out, I could do the other things. I need to just get that out of my mind. That's why I'm really just going to focus on the Vanguard vets today. And because I've talked too long, it's gone all too many. Opinion on a pink Tau army? Yes, that sounds cool. Any color, apart from the forbidden color, and I won't tell you what the forbidden color is. Just have to work it out. Best way to get myself painting is the urgency of signing up for tournaments. Yeah, that's another one. Deadlines, and my problem with deadlines is that I feel like I'm then gonna rush it. Then that's the other thing. Like sometimes I feel like I rush things, but then it actually comes out fine. This happens at work sometimes, where I sometimes feel like I'm like 50% of the way there with something, and I feel like I'm rushing a little bit at the end, and presenting like a first draft, and they go, "Oh, this is perfect." It's like, "Oh, okay." This is one of the problems. I think maybe it's an ADHD thing, but I have a perfectionist streak, which doesn't help it with motivation, right? 10k Blood Angels army sat built and unpainted over 10 years. And recently have painted about 80% of it to tabletop already. That's pretty. I mean, 80%, that's 8,000 points in, I guess, a short amount of time. That's pretty good. Lekman, I think I did see your comment. I can't exactly remember what it said. I do read all the comments. Whether I kind of absorb them is a different question. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I'm just going to go on my phone and just remind myself if I can find it. I think it was... I remember it being a decent comment. Not like I remember it being a terrible comment, and I hated every moment of reading it. No, it was fine. It was a good comment. Usually a lot of these comments I'm like, yeah, that's a good comment, and then I forget exactly the wording. There it is. Yeah, the Vault of Self-Loathing. I remember now. Yeah. Yeah, weekly goals and stuff. That is another thing that kind of like I've tried doing stuff like, oh, I'll do like an hour a day, or do like X amount a week. That always drops off for me. I can't seem to set those kind of goals. Have I been keeping up with the detachment leaks? Yes. We could talk about that as well. The Raven Guard one, because I've seen a couple of the leaks about the Raven Guard one, so I think it's fine because it's the Raven Guard one from 9th. I like the idea of being tankier further away, because my army is kind of built on getting stuff close to me, so I don't mind them coming to me because I'm going to go to them. I've also it wasn't previewed, but there's a rumored enhancement, I think, that you give to a character, and when they're attached to something, they become infiltrators, which sounds hilarious. And I'd love to do that. And then there was the there's like a flying back in the air. I feel like the Raven Guard one looks fine. There's also the White Scars one. The main thing with that looked fine as well. You expect me to have 5 fully painted armies that I painted the last 2 years, and it's 100% out of spite. Excellent. I'm telling you, it's all about the spite. It's a very good way to relax. Presented my thesis earlier today. Nice. Talking about painting now is a really good way to finish off. Yeah, I find painting can be both stressful and not stressful. I like putting on. This is one of the other reasons I generally am not very good at streaming on painting. I mean, painting on stream. Is one, I'm then terrible at reading chat, so I get behind on that. 2, I'm terrible at keeping it on camera because I only got one camera and it's in a terrible place. And 3, when I paint, I like having something else like on YouTube or something. Like I've been watching what's his name, Josh Strife Hayes. I've been going through and watching his stuff, which is very cool. I've seen some of his stuff before. I just never, like, sometimes I find a YouTube channel like that where I've watched a couple before. I'm like, oh, actually, I'm gonna go through a lot of them and kind of put loads on. Good channel. Tried to get my girlfriend to pressure and shame me into painting. But she said I should just buy less Warhammer. Well, they just don't understand. I was saying to Steve earlier, because Steve was saying his girlfriend's like, oh, you should just buy less stuff. You don't need it. He's like, no, that's not how it works. So the real deadline on a fake date, like halfway before it's needed. Yeah, there is stuff like, so part of my work is talking about stuff about, you know, what's the word? Redundancy, right? So you set a date, and then obviously you have some redundancy in it. So you say, kind of the opposite, I guess. You set a date, and then you assume that that's going to take longer, so you set the date further out. What that does for me is I just do it later. So I don't really like to set myself dates. Again, I've tried that. I've tried like doing. I tried that. It's like what's called like no 0 days, where you do something per day. But then I ended up doing like. This wasn't for painting. This was while I was trying to learn to draw. And it's just like, even if you draw like one line, I was like, okay, wait, I'm going to draw one line, because I will, as with all gamers, I will, what's the word? Lost the, I can't remember the words. Oh, the efficiency, the fun out of it, essentially. Oh, if force myself to paint feel bad for, yeah, feel bad for your own painted devs. Yeah, put like with Toy Story, put actual emotion onto the models, and then you'll feel bad for them. Or I realized as well, I made a massive blunder, because people ask me like, what's the Stream of Ravens theme? I should have said GW Plastic Grey, because then I would never have had to paint them. But I'm an idiot. Paul is bad at gaming. Paul is bad at stuff gaming when. Is in terms of playing, as in like battle reports, or in terms of video games. So I'm thinking about doing I've got some video game stuff ideas. The problem is YouTube doesn't like it when I don't do Warhammer stuff now, which is unfortunate. The Gaston's video did fine, but it didn't do as good as this one. And I do find that, yeah, again, it's just about like click through and stuff. But I'm just gonna make the stuff I want to. I'm just gonna make the videos I want to make. So I'm not looking at turning this into a career as of yet. Maybe one day I'll be like, into 2K of Death Guard in 2020 when you had COVID and couldn't do anything else. That's the other way to do it, is just become so unwell that you have no choice but to just do something, and that could be painting. Attachments are only leaking a few hours. Yeah, I mean, if your tap leaked a few hours before it was repaired, you still got to... That was a terrible analogy, but I get your point. Yeah, it's not like the leaks are coming well in advance. Yeah, I'll probably use the Raven Guard one, but I don't know. Thanks, Spawnlove. Yeah, executive dysfunction is awful. And again, it's one of those things where there's have been a couple of comments be like, oh, what? Just be disciplined. And it's like, yeah, you don't quite... I mean, I know where it's coming from. Like, it's coming from a place, because there was a couple of people in the comments who were like, I've got ADHD and I've been able to learn discipline. But it's one of the things where it's different for everyone. It's very, very... It's a difficult thing. So I think as well, the longer you go without being diagnosed, obviously you've built up bad habits which are difficult to get out of, and some of them are very, very, very difficult. One thing I heard was set daily goals, not to paint a mini or a squad. Yeah, that's the thing. I do find with the daily goal like that, it's like, oh, it's a good way of doing the thing where you want to get the momentum going. So like the daily goal of putting paint on the brush means, well, I've got paint on the brush now, I might as well do some painting. I think with build with Warhammer, it works a lot better than trying to learn to draw. So when I was trying to learn to draw, if the thing is just, oh, just pick up a pencil and draw something, I can draw a stick man and be like, okay, I did nothing. I can mark off that I did something for the day and move on. And as you can tell from this wonderful PNG tuber and all of my videos, I never did learn to draw. He said he would box the King of Britain. Did I say that? I hope not. Maybe I will. I could probably take him. You know what? I could definitely take Prince Charles. Prince Charles? Why do I call him Prince Charles? It's King Charles. Clearly he's King Charles now because he's the King of England. But also, who cares about the monarchy, to be honest? Despite I think it was kind of a revelation. Video randomly popped on my feed after watching it, I actually did to get out my favorite stuff. Yeah. See? It works. Some random dude on YouTube telling you can't do something will make you do something. I need to assemble 10 scions, but I also want to play Baldur's Gate 3. Which should I pick? Assemble 5 scions and play Baldur's Gate 1.5. And then no one's happy. And that's compromise. My partner said I could buy less Warhammer. I drew a parallel to her buying less clothes. She starts the word says you have made a mistake. I appreciate you trying. Yes, you fell into the classic blunder of attempting to relate and just calling her out instead. A trick I've unfortunately found to be effective to tell your friends you'll have a current pain project by a certain date, so they make fun of you. Yeah, that's the other thing is accountability. So if you post in this chat right now that you're going to get some X thing painted by Y date, I will come and find you if you don't do that. And I don't mean like online. I mean I will come to your house and end you, as is my right as a ZZ list YouTuber. My right to just destroy people off the face of the earth for random things. Tried to batch paint my termagants and learned that I couldn't get... Yeah, batch painting is one of those things as well, which I struggle with. I can really only do 5 models at a time. With these Vanguard vets, I'll tell you what my plan is, but I'm going to do like... I've got 10 of them, so I'm going to do some of it like 10 at a time, like the dry brushing and the basing and stuff. But then they're going to be 1 at a time, specifically for a certain reason. Only paint for tournament deadlines. Also, battle reports when. So yeah, I do have at some point. It's going to be probably a few weeks away. I'm going to replay the Thousand Suns versus Death Guard game with the change points. And my plan is because we actually did take photos in the video in the Gaslands video I mentioned. We did take photos of it to do a battle report. But the game was just so one-sided. So it will actually be interesting to do it again with the points changes, do a battle report and a comparison battle report to be like, this is what happened without the points changes, this is what happened with the points changes. Because the point swing is like 500 points with buffs and nerfs. Tell a person without legs to climb stairs. Does it work? The stairs are the task and the missing legs are missing in our brains. I guess, a person without legs can climb the stairs, right? But I understand the point. It's something that he can do it. It's just more difficult. Well, they can do it, I suppose. I've ADHD and should have painted my front door for the last 3 years. Yeah, don't talk about. Part of it is it's not all ADHD for me for the house stuff. A lot of it is, both me and my partner. We both work, so she gets home, she's tired. I get home, I'm tired, and it's like, oh, we could do some house decoration. Here's my solution to that. And again, this is from a place of extreme privilege. But we decorated some of our rooms in the house after living here for many years. And then we just got someone else to do the rest. We just paid someone. So again, it's very much a obviously it's from a place of privilege because I can afford it. But yeah, just get someone else to paint your door. Oh, Josh Stripe Hayes said he would. You can use his golden stick too. Yeah, I reckon I could take King Charles even with his golden stick. He's old. Have you seen his fingers? They're all pudgy and weird. The thing I usually do is 1 infantry mini a session, usually 45 minutes. Yeah. So as long as you're making forward progression. Thank you for this fight video. I'm painting Dark Angel's Blade Guard Sturgar Veterans. Nice. Very cool. Painting 1k Seraphon army. Don't think even going is that is for a tournament. Yeah. A lot of tournament play. Lots of people seem to be tournament. The spite didn't work out of spite. I'm using the wheel. The spite will continue until morale improves. Okay, I'm now catching up on the stuff I said a while ago about coming to your house and ending you. I bet you procrastinate coming to destroy. That's very true. Yeah, I'll come and get you at some point. But if you could come to me, that would be way easier. No, Steve can't help me learn discipline. Steve's there for accountability. And for endless pain on leg day. Yeah, Robert, batch painting. I don't like batch painting. For your video about painting out of spite, do you realise that's the main trait of Iron Warriors? You need to get them with your army now. Steve has a good Iron Warriors army, so I can fight his spite army out of spite. That was the other thing. So people, when I made the Screaming Ravens video, the original one, people were like, that's a, it's like Night Lords. So basically, I've made 2 videos about painting Raven, about Screaming Raven painting, or Screaming Ravens in general, and both of them are somehow related to a Chaos chapter. So clearly, I am Chaos. Pretty refreshing how he's just like me for real. Yeah, I do find like, because I watched, I can't remember who it was. It's like, oh, you know, I didn't know what I was going to paint for this, so I got my, you know, I got this stuff out and I painted some random thing, and it's like, well, you're a professional, clearly a professional painter, so, you know, it's not quite the same. Well, it is the same, right? Obviously, it doesn't matter how good you are at painting, you know, lack of inspiration and motivation is lack of inspiration and motivation. But also, he got his paints out and he painted the masterpiece, so fuck him. I'm jealous. It was a good video, to be fair. Actually just got into batch training for a 5-man squad of Stern Guard stuff. Yeah, 5 models at a time is about my limit. I tried doing 10 with Drukhari, it just doesn't work. Which is frustrating when you have a unit of 10, because you kind of do 5, and then you may have run out of steam by then, and then you come back ages later to do the other 5, and they're very different. It's very much a it's a tricky balance, right? Getting a resin printer, and although it might take a third of its screen time, I'm determined to print a Warlord Titan. I think, yeah, Warlord Titans are one of the most popular 3D prints. My way to not buy a ton of stuff is buying on eBay. 30% off, and there's only certain stuff available. Yeah, that's the way to do it. If you only buy, you know, second hand, you're limited. I'll send for 5 times, but I think I'll stay with Baldur's Gate 3. What if we play Icewind Dale? But I don't think I've played Icewind Dale. I mean, once you built 5 Scions, you might as well build the other 5. Or build 5 Scions, play Baldur's Gate 3, play Baldur's Gate 3 for too long, assemble the other 5 Scions in a tired, sleep-deprived haze, and then go to bed. Do the value drops at your local game so you can get 1,500 points in space race of 250. Pretty good. Did people say there were Christmas box rumors? I don't know what the I don't know if there were. Christmas box for her. Rumor. Here we go. What's the rumors? Space Marine Battle Force, 15 jump assault intercessors, Invader ATVs, outright. That, to be fair, that is a box I would probably get if that is true. Jump assault captain, 15 jump assault intercessors, outriders, and Invader ATV. That's kind of perfect. Kind of perfect. Why are you like this website? I just want to see the rumors. I want to read your article. Why are you making this difficult? Theory Force, Northern Emissary. Yeah, that sounds reasonable. World Eaters. Yeah, I figured the World Eaters one would be coming. I mean, it makes sense because they had the other 2 before. The Leagues of Votan one with a honky chonk. Actually, a Tarum. Ugh. And another Orcs one with a kill rig. That's alright. I mean, they look fine. I think the jump back one is actually pretty good for Screaming Ravens, so I might look into that. Soul Black Grave Force Part 2 when? It's been a while. The thing is, I know, because I wanted to bring the wheel back at some point. I know as soon as I do the wheel, I'm going to include Soul Black Grave Force just for the meme, but it's going to land on Soul Black Grave Force immediately. I know it is. The only army I can batch is my Necrons. Yeah, Necrons, there's a couple, like, Necrons are quite easy to batch paint. I think Tyranids aren't too bad. I don't know. Drukhari are not great to batch paint, I found. Airbrush the base coat, batch 40 of them. Yeah, but that's the other thing is, airbrush. So many comments about airbrushes. I should get a airbrush. At some point, I will. The problem is with an airbrush, I feel like I can't paint at my desk with an airbrush because I've got my computer everywhere. But again, I need one of those like airbrush boxes, and it's a whole thing. What makes me less bad about my speed? Every painting YouTuber seems to be able to explain 10 models a day. The thing you gotta remember with most, with the most popular painting YouTubers, that's their job. Like, not is or at least part of their job, right? They're doing that full time, so they have all that time to do that stuff. I work, so I don't. And that was another thing someone pointed out. It's like, yeah, you know, despite giving me motivation, but I have 15-hour days. When I get home, I can't be bothered. Very valid. Go at your own pace. Hey, procrastinating painting your screen members right now. I'm chatting with people, so it's technically not procrastinating because you keep chatting. So it's not my fault. And we're also going to do, we're going to go through submissions first. We'll do comment of the week. And we'll probably do submissions, painting, comment of the week, a few more submissions. End. Yeah. Yeah, I just had a look at all of them. Again, every week I'm gonna be frustrated with YouTube. Every single week. The amount of even on the ultra low latency setting, it's like 30 seconds latency, man. It's so bad. Screen members new video look amazing. Thank you. I will show them off. I've got them out to show off as well, so I can show you. What nobody tells you about getting a 3D printer is the increase of hobby ADHD. Yeah, that's the other thing, is just printing random stuff off and kind of doing whatever. Christmas boxes are usually pretty good discount. Mange. At least they were last year. I know the when I got the Wigs one, that seemed pretty good. They're like usually 30 to 40% off, as in terms of retail value plus third party resellers, or not resellers, third party sources like Darksphere or Elements, those kind of places, local game store. It's another then 10-15% off, so it's like I think it was 105 quid for the Sisters box that I got, which again I barely did any. It's been since last Christmas. The Christmas boxes are really a trap. Let's be honest, I bought 3 of them. I bought 3 of them and I've only actually ever built fully one of them, so they are a bit of a trap. I can feel slightly less good about not being angry on my birthday now. Yeah, because they did the Thousand Suns and the Death Guard ones, and they had Magnus and Mortarion. So, have you played BattleBit Remastered? No, I haven't. I've seen it. It's the Battle Royale, like funny looking one. I've not actually played it. I paint 2K army in 1 week by commission every week. Wow. It's got a handheld cordless airbrush. And I paint at my computer desk. I just use a cardboard box. That makes sense. You have to worry about venting an airbrush filter fan. You just need to catch the particles, but there's no fumes like with rock fans. Yeah, I mean, it's not like I'm getting a route and spraying it, but that's not stupid. Yeah. I'm not in much of a hobby block right now, but I went and made my own project wheel, just showing how many individual projects I have outstanding. Yeah, that's the thing, was when making that wheel, I was like, you break down every single model or every single thing. Yeah, it's very much a there's a lot going on. Yeah, Rush said lots of. I am here. Hello. You've painted many things. Yeah, I've noticed like a lot of people are posting in the Spite channel, which is great. Great news. Great for me because it, you know, everyone who is starting to do stuff out of spite is up in my you know, algorithmic possibilities, which is great news for me. Had to dip for a bit. Did I miss anything? We've been chatting. You haven't missed anything vital, unless you consider me rambling vital. Keep meaning to make a wheel of my stuff. I procrastinate on that too. That is the other thing with ADHD that I find is like when people say I'll do a to-do list or write stuff down. Like, okay, great. I spent a while making a to-do list. Am I going to do anything on that to-do list? No. I made a to-do list. Whatever's a difficult hobby is actually 3 hobbies in one: modeling, painting, and gaming. True. I find 2 of those a lot easier than the third. Modeling and gaming is fine. Painting is the trouble. The worry with resin 3D printers is full drop on this, money on it. Use it really for 3 months, I just stopped using it. Yeah, it's similar to, because I have a Quest 2, So like VR games. Played it for a few months, haven't played it in a while. Yeah. I mean, that was the thing I was actually kind of worried with Warhammer, to be honest, when I first got it. Was it's going to be a few months. I did it with golf as well. Like, I played it for like a year. I haven't played it in 2 years. You know, all of the reason I started this channel again was this kind of stuff. And in this channel is the first time I've tried to do this kind of thing. Like, I've tried various different ways of kind of documenting this stuff. This is the first one that's really actually done anything. Yeah, that's the other thing. Sure, yeah. Thousands in hard drive. That's like Steam. I've got so many games on Steam I've never played. I bought them and then never played them. Or played them for an hour. 5k points in Nids, 3 to 4 of Night Lords, 4 to 5 of Demons, Nagash, 3 to 4 of Blood Angels, all needs painted. That's a lot. That's a lot of. That's more than me, which I feel smug about. But finishing Nids, very nice. My biggest problems with painting is the priming stat. Priming's not usually too bad. If I usually do it in bulk, which is useful. I can get a lot of it done at once, like I did with the Screamer Remnants. The only ones I didn't do with the Screamer Remnants were the Invicta Warsuits, because I need to do that in a lot of different parts. But yeah, sometimes I do go, oh no, it might rain today, so I won't bother. That's just me lazy. You have 2 unopened Christmas boxes. At least I know open. I built some of it from some of them. I did need the squid box to build my 10 Boiling Rock Bounders for that tournament, so I painted some of the squid box. Yeah, I mean, you got loads of other squigs already, so it's not too bad. But is there not a Lion Christmas box rumor? Yeah, I guess so. I guess they wanted to get all the big boys out. Because Lion's big, but he's not like Angron big, right? 2 Test Rock Vaults and another Monolith. That's a lot of spooky Necron pyramids. Just venting, why can't GW number their sprues better? Yeah. I've got a video coming out that I'm working on. I keep saying I've got lots of videos I'm working on. I am working with a lot of videos. It's just slow going, obviously. There's a very specific video I'm making that does go into the sprue layout. So I was building my Centurions, and my god, that's garbage. They're all over the place, not even remotely like numbered in any sort of reasonable order. They're potentially to have a d20 roll, just pick. That's another good way to do it. Rather than having a wheel, just assign 20 things and use a d20. But have like critical fail. 20 can be you can go play a video game, and then 1 can be you must do all of the 19. Because, you know, critical fails are a great mechanic that everyone loves to have. It's hard to keep painting when I see my switch across the room knowing harm is loaded on there. If you got a switch across the room, you should be playing F-Zero 99. Arc, yeah. Well, you meant ARMS, like the boxing one. Arc. Now, play F-Zero 99 instead. What kind of screams does Screaming Raymond's do? Probably all of them. A cacophony of noise. Yeah, guys, that kind of analysis paralysis is something I get as well. The only thing I can cross off a list when making a to-do list is to make a to-do. Yeah, very true. I've been lacking motivation to finish my PhD thesis when I need to. And if I go and watch an old stream where you compliment my submission. Oh, nice. If you posted any other stuff, I might compliment more stuff. Yeah, go. Spike goes only so far. I don't want to sit on a stream and be like, because you say you go back and I compliment your submission. I don't think you'll want you to go back and hear me go, you'll never get your PhD done. Rah! Well, I've just said it, and you're going to try and spite you into it. But no, good luck with your PhD thesis. I've had a few friends who've done PhDs and it sounds horrific. So I'm glad I haven't done a PhD. What is my favourite army? Good question. It's somewhere between Thousand Suns, Drukhari, and Screaming Ravens. I think Screaming Ravens because it's my thing. It's my own idea and I've got some fun ideas for it. Thanks to Humble as well as Charities, I have tons of games, yeah. That's the other thing, lots of bundles. I sometimes scroll through my Steam library. I'm like, I have no idea what any of this is. What is all this? That's why I asked me that. The rain isn't an excuse, it's England. No, I know. England is always raining. To be fair, I primed all this stuff, and then an hour later there was a thunderstorm. And it's been crap weather ever since. Living Northern Canada, rain, least of your problems. Oh yeah, too cold or wind. It's one of those things, we are getting towards winter, so if you do need to prime stuff, find some time to do it soon. Because it will get too cold otherwise. Oh, hell, it's the vernal equinox. I can't possibly be expected to paint. That was the other thing, when it was really, really hot in England, just before it became really, really cold and raining. I was like, I don't want to paint because it's too bloody hot and I don't like it. Tempted to buy another monolith. Let's have a list that's just all monoliths. All monoliths and Tetherite vaults. Do you know the lore of the Flesh Tearers? It's a lot of fun. They are berserkers of blood angels. I've heard of Flesh Tearers from Tabletop Tactics because they're Spider uses Flesh Tearers and they do look cool. Is it Gabriel Seth with his cool two-handed chainsaw? I don't know the full lore, but he seems cool. I bought everything. My pile of shame is just not completely painted. It's all built mostly prime. That's very good. Yeah, a lot of my stuff isn't prime. What do I think about the Lie model? I really like it. I think it's a very good model. There is a objectively correct helmet choice. It is very cool. After the Screaming Ravens, you should make a Reaming Skavens. Don't know about that one, Chief. Don't know about that one. Yeah, I just want to say content really helped me find motivation for most aspects of hobby. So you struggle, same aspects. Hobby step by shortcuts. Hey, no worries. That's a lot. I do get quite a few comments like that, which that's kind of they're the best comments to get. They're the ones that make me feel like this channel is doing something useful, even if not for me. So thank you. Just before, it weren't like 30 games. I forgot I bought every single Nancy Drew game on Steam. Make the Screaming Vultures, the 10th company, always clean up the scraps that the Ravens leave behind. Yeah, the cleanup crew. Go Ravens first, then Vultures. Then Ravens again. You can still frame in the cold as long as you keep the can at room temperature, yeah. I mean, it's more just like... It's not that the can's cold, I'm cold. I like to be... I don't like to be warm, so I actually prefer the cold weather, but I like to not be freezing. Got my little brother that's into 40k. Gonna go get one a Baneblade and the other an Avatar of Cain. I feel like one getting a Baneblade, not that it's like not even monetary. I feel like giving one a massive tank and the other an Avatar of Cain, which I don't think is that big. Well, I might be wrong about that, but I feel like the Baneblade's huge. The Baneblade is huge. You're giving him a curse. You're giving him a curse if you give him a Baneblade. He's gonna rue the day he had to paint that bloody thing. Hey Bubba, yeah, no, I've not actually played Jump King in a few weeks, but still, no, none of that. None of that at all. Have you thought about getting Major Kill's Emperor model on? I did see it, but I will not, because it's another project I don't need to do, and also the massive one is insane. If anyone does get that, they're gonna have a time with that. You should title your streams for painting your marine Screaming Ravens. That's unironically very good. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Screaming Vultures are all Space Marine Scouts. I don't actually like Space Marine Scouts as a model, even the new ones. Hello, Magos Faustinius. I've got what I think is a really good idea for a Space Marine faction, the Fangs of the Imperium. I'm going to paint them purple with a Fang logo on their shoulders. That sounds very, very cool. Africa says the size of a Void Dragon. I thought it was much smaller than that. What I don't like about, I guess, Space Marine Scouts, I don't want to get into the argument again, but it's the same reason I'm not a huge fan of Imperial Guard. I know they are still Space Marines technically, but they just look like dudes, and it's just like, why wouldn't I just play a dude with bigger armor? Do you have any plans for freehanding on your armies? Technically, yes. I'll discuss that when it comes to the Vanguard vets. It's not a huge amount of freehand, just a small amount. An important question: Orcs or Admech? Don't know which one I should focus on right now. Orcs. Get a Corn Lord of Skulls. Yeah, the Corn Lord of Skulls is very silly. Right, let's work out how I actually do things. We're going to go through some submissions. And starting with Necros. I've already failed at pronouncing this. Necrosmoem. I should probably read this thing. We restored my dad's old Tyranid army. We recently found a High Fleet Astrum based off the Terraria Calamity mod's Astral Infection. Yeah, Necrosmoem. Necrosmoem? I want to say Necrosmium, but it's Moem. I like this. So, what was it from? The Terraria Calamity mod Astral Infection. I've played very little Terraria. Hi, Zetany. How's it going? I'm doing alright. Yeah, I just have a problem with things that are just human, because I am weird. Yes. Let's go back to these. These are very cool. I love this color scheme, and it's very well done. I love how bright these blue claws are. And then you got the yellow. Yellow. Fuck hell. I'm failing at colors. First submission, failing at colors. Failed at the name. Failed at the colors. Orange. The pops of orange. Oh yes. Yeah, I love this blue. It's such a nice blue. Very cleanly done. Very, very nice. Yeah, this is the blue and orange is a very classic color combination and executed very well. So yeah, really nice job. What secondary color should I have my Dark Angels, primarily being green? Chat might be able to help because I don't know color theory. Have you ever painted a Redemptor Dreadnought? I have one, but I'm really intimidated. I've not. I have a Ballistus and a Brutalis to paint, so I will be painting a Redemptor-esque Dreadnought at some point. The Chip. Horus Heresy era Ultramarines. Very nice. The gold here really shines. It's really nice gold. And I love the silver claws as well. Oh, the stripe down the head there. And the lenses here, very, very cleanly done. You got some grime on the boot. Yeah, very, very nice. I imagine among the sickly purple haze surrounding you just see glowing orange and blue. Yeah, like yeah, just like through the haze. That sounds very cool. Bubub, with all of this stuff. This is the 10th of August, currently. We got background sentinel, and I think this is like a gun thing. We got Black Templar, and then is that Barb gun, and then that guy. For some reason, I don't know why, but the photos have decided to focus right at the back, despite the fact that this stuff is here. This is a very nice looking Redemptor. Yeah, for some reason, all of these photos are just like, it looks like you've set them up really well, and then it's just gone, nah. We're looking at this Redemptor. No, very nice. This is this black? These look like Black Templars, but they're very nicely done. You got some Imperial Guard there. You got a Farseer. I like this this color scheme, the red and green. We haven't seen green skin. I need to remember here. I think we did. We saw the green and orange ones, the High Fleet. Can't remember the name. I call them pumpkin ones because I'm simple. Then, so yeah, I love the green on these blades. Very nicely done. A Wraith Lord. So you would have been sitting pretty with the current current meta with this bloody thing. Hope is good opposite of green. Yeah, deep purple. The Bulgrin, I think these are Bulgrin. They're bigger than I thought they were for some reason. These are Imperial Guard. Very nice tank. I don't know which one. It is a tank. Oh no. Thank you, Bubub. Good pictures. Again, for some reason, the focus just decided to really screw you on some of these. But what we could see, very, very nice. Wraith Lords, I think, weren't Wraith Lords still used? Even, I know Wraith Knights were good, but I'm pretty sure Wraith Lords and Wraith Guards, or Wraith Dudes, Wraith Blades were still used a lot, right? H Grim 277 here is my boy Cerberus. Ooh. Very nice. Interesting kite in here. Like, I like the stripes in it. A nice deep red. And then you got a cool base here with some extra stuff going on. Versus Celeste. Is it Celestine? I think it's Celestine. Yeah, I love this base with the extra 2 dudes. Yeah, and then you got the Howling Griffin swords. And he's got, from this angle you can see the 2 heads a lot better. From this one, you can't quite see it. In fact, there's another head here. He's called Cerberus. There's 3 heads. This is the best picture to see the 3 heads. Wraith Knights and Wraith Guard, Wraith Lords and Wraith Seers were not so much. Because you could res Wraith Guard every turn with the Spirit. Well, Wraith, whatever. Wraith Smith. Yeah, I think this is the best photo to see, because from this one you can kind of see this. You kind of see this head here. And this one kind of blocks it here, but you can see this one. But this is a great photo to show the conversion. I love this. This is very, very cool. Excellent job. Yeah, again, I love the base. Really nice work. Which Legio would you guys recommend for an Imperial Reaver Titan? Good question. Dr. Doogie. Very new to the hobby and I'm only 13. Oh. Every time someone's like, oh, I'm only 13, I'm like, oh my god. Child. Why? I'm old. Krieg Central Scout. Very cool. Yeah, the pictures are a bit blurry, but we can kind of see what's going on. This, I think, is the best one to show it off. It looks very good. It looks very clean. The picture isn't quite clear, but it does look good. Yeah, nice work. Zekon 8266, a handful of models for your Death Guard skirmish force. Painted in Nurgle, corrupted Imperial fists. But look, ooh. Loving the green flames here. Very, very cool. And the green coming on here as well. It's very clean, very interesting color scheme. Like I say, if it's corrupted kind of Imperial Guard. Not Imperial Guard. Imperial Fists. Imperial Guard is very different. Yeah, this kind of grimy yellow with the with this ooze coming out of stuff is very, very cool. Love the gore on the flail there. Yeah, this one, like, but I always feel bad when I point out one particular thing. It's like, this one's really cool. I was not saying this one is not really cool. I really like this one. Like these bits here are really cool, but this one with like the ooze coming out the eyes and onto like the body here, really nice. And this up here is really nicely done as well. Yeah, very nice flail there as well. Yeah, I love this yellow. I love the way you've done this like grimy yellow. Looks really cool. Nice work. That was Zekon. Yatagan. Tried a different look for your White Scars. Judicia? I call it Judica, I think, but I think it's Judicia. This is very clean. There's only the one picture, but look how clean this is. Very smooth. Very nicely done. I love this almost skull-looking face. I guess it is a skull. Yeah, really, really cool. I love his sword. Both the way you painted it and just in general. I do kind of want a Judicia, but I don't feel like I don't think he quite fits into Screaming Raven. He's very cool though. I could do a conversion with him, but this is extremely clean. And down here as well, I've done this. Amazing work. And even just like the his little rivets on here, the buttons. Yeah, because I guess this is the jacket he'd have up, and that's the buttons. Yeah, just Very, very clean. Extremely nice work. Zekon again with Kit Bash Corn Berserkers in a Horish Hershey scheme. Very, very cool. Oh, I love the gore coming from here. This is amazing. I love the screaming skull and the oozing blood. Yeah, I love all the grime and the gore. And on the back as well. Ooh, very nice. This is a good angle to see all of the gore splattered up here. Really nice. Drekdera. Norn Emissary. When was the Norn Emissary released? I assume this might be... Is this 3D printed? I don't know. I feel like the Norn Emissary didn't come out on the 10th of August, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe my... No, it could have come out on the 10th of August. I might be stupid. Anyway, let's have a look at it, rather than bickering about the actual timelines. It's very, very cool. Really good magma base. An excellent, like, claws. Loving the claws. Really nice. There was one of these pictures as I went through. Look at the shine there with that bright yellow highlight. Yeah, this chitin color. I love this, like, volcanic rock. Like a really cool scheme, like these volcano ones. Oh, and it glows. Glowy paint. Really cool. Disco volcano. High Fleet Disco volcano. Yeah, really nicely done. So how do you feel about that? The hair on orcs is just another type of squig. More squigs is good. More squigs is good. Fallen Goblin, just a bug. That's not a bug, that's a feature. Hey. Yeah, really cool. This is a very interesting scheme. This is kind of yellow and dark purple, kind of with the green. Oh, yeah, very, very clean. Really, really nice color scheme. Love the very, very cleanly done. Love the pops of green throughout. Then you got the kind of this dark purple chitin with the red highlights that match the edges of the blades. And then a really nice base as well. And I love this yellow as well. Really good yellow. And you can see how clean this is down here on like the feet. The little bits going into the hooves. Yeah, excellent work from Fallen Goblin. Level 62 Charizard. Gave myself 18 months to collect a Necron Force. Today is the last day. Here is the end result. Wow. I mean, yeah, that looks like a Necron Force. Great scheme. I think we've seen level 62 Charizard stuff before, so I recognise this kind of blue throughout. But yeah, so because we've got quite a few pictures here, so let's have a look. Very, very nice. So yeah, Void Dragon, Monolith, block of 20 warriors over here, some destroyers / heavy destroyers, I don't know the difference, spider, and then these immortals, 10 immortals here, flayed ones, bunch of scarabs here, 6 Scorpec destroyers, another 20 blob of warriors, Lich Guard, bastard Lich Guard, and 2 reanimators, I guess, and then characters of a variety of various people, and 3 more scarabs here as well. Very, very nice all throughout. Oh, I love the bases, love a magma base. Very clean as well. Look at the green here as well, and I love the color of these helmets. Very clean throughout. Just when you get a full army together like this, yeah, look at these blades and shields. When you get an army together like this is the kind of stuff that is like, this is what you're aiming for. So I think these are this is a heavy destroyer here. This one here is definitely a heavy destroyer. I think the rest might be regular destroyers. Again, I love this kind of almost bone color. Then we've got the characters here. Yeah, really cool. Even the scarabs are cleanly done. Look at the scarabs. Yeah, excellent, excellent job. Level 62 Charizard, very, very nice. I think it drops a biscuit on my wet palette. Now there's paint on my biscuit and crumbs in my paint. You just have to eat the paint. Damn. Zekon again with Orc Boss for Kill Team. Oh, I like this split black and white here. Very cool. You've done a checkerboard just to show me up, which I always appreciate. Love this squiggy boy down here. Again, good gore on the axe. Very clean skin. Very cleanly done. With the kind of the highlights and the shadows here. Same on the fist and on this bit here as well. Really nicely done. You can see kind of the details in the caretaker. They're really cool. Yeah, very nicely done. And the whole warband. I love this guy. Love this grot. Oh, never mind. I love this grot even more with his shooter. Little shooter. Yeah, so that's the one we saw in the previous one. This guy, and then we got, yeah, full cool squad. Checkerboard on his grenade. Yeah, really nice. The skin is really clean throughout. Like, you can see the really nice highlights there. Very, very cool. Arena. With this guy. Looks like is this a stern guard? I don't know. Some sort of guard, some sort of space marine. Really cool armor. I love this armor. Almost looks like it's made of like stone. But yeah, very, very cool. Just the one image though, but still very, very cool. Indecision with some ultramarines. I can see some cool looking blades. Hopefully as we go through the pictures we'll see that. Yeah, this looks like it's the Leviathan box. All finished. We've got the Infernus marines here. You've done the heat weathering here. Yeah, very, very clean. Yeah, I need to do some magma swords because they're cool as hell. Stripe down the middle of the face. And yeah, even inside there, I didn't do that with some of these. Because obviously there is, you can kind of see the bullets on some of these maybe? Oh, they might be on, that's not on these, never mind. Yeah, the fact that you've done like inside here is just, yeah, really nice. And I believe you've drilled your barrels, which we don't need to get into. Then you got your stern guard. Yeah, so we saw this guy of Arena's version of this guy, so it was a stern guard. I was right, hooray. Yeah, I love the half and half face. These bases are very good as well. I feel like one thing I do is I do overload on some of the grass tufts, but again, I kind of like the way it looks, so don't mind too much. Ooh, very clean. I think someone was asking about doing a Redemptor. This is very similar kind of style. Look at the edge. The edges on this is very, very nice. Very smoothly done all over. Even in here, this a near white, it's off white. Very well done. Like, I still can't get over the head. That's why I haven't put one on mine yet, but yeah, really good. Love these magma weapons. And again, the red glow inside the blue. We've seen this quite a few times now. It always looks very nice. It looks very striking. And then you got this guy. And the Biologus. Ooh, I love what you've done with the this down here. Really cleanly done. The white's come out really nicely. No, excellent job. That was Indecision. My Mozrog Skybrand kit that I sealed off eBay was meant to arrive from yesterday to today, but still hasn't arrived. Oh no. Hopefully it'll arrive soon. Yeah, the highlights were really good throughout. Would you try Marvel Crisis Protocol? I've actually played Marvel. I can't say Marvel Crisis Protocol. I can't say Marvel Crisis Protocol, but I have played it. It's a fun game. Ari with, again, red on blue. Yeah, I love the way it pops. It looks really nice. Really nice job. Niklaus. Or Niklaus. I could just say MCP. I could. But I'm also very dumb. With Nick Laws with some cow. Very classic color scheme. Very nicely done. Broadside. Some broadside, one a broadside. Yeah, very nice. Yeah, I love this this color. Very smooth, very nice. Ari again with I think we've seen some of this. Oh no, we haven't seen this before. Love this blue sword going into the black. That's very cool. I think we may have seen these before. Oh yeah, because we've got the flame dudes here. I think this is just them all together. Yeah, very nice. Yeah, I remember this guy with the flame pattern on his head, which is very cool. Oh yeah, and the chalice chalice biologus, yeah, very nice. Now it's all together. And again, we'll upload this one as well. With the yeah, blood death, I remember this. Very nice. Nick Laws with some ultramarine aggressors. Not sure. This looks like it was maybe in the wrong place, but otherwise very, very cool. Very nice. Yeah, very, very, very nicely done. And then the work in progress. Like the shield captain here, you got some outriders, jumpy boys. A few more things to go. Yeah, here we go, a bit closer. This guy looks very, very good. We'll get a close-up of him. Yeah, very clean. We won't, but very, very nice. What do I think of Death Guard this edition? They were bad because I played against them and they just fell over. But they have now been significantly buffed. I like Death Guard as a concept. Like the Death Guard model range is very, very cool. I don't know if I would enjoy playing them. They seem okay, but they seem a bit slow. Fallen Goblin with one of the new Terminators. Really interesting and cool scheme. I like this. It's like almost like Iron Man-ish with this red and then grey. Love the sword. Really nice. Even got kind of a bit of glow onto the skull. Really cool. Yeah, love that color scheme. Super nice. Zenik with... I don't know who this is, but... Oh, it's just like a cultist dude. Very cool. Really like this cloak. This cloak's super nice. Yeah, and then some more cultisty kind of dudes. Very, very cool. Yeah, the skin here has come out really nicely. Very nice. Cornflakes, 45 more to go. I haven't even bought 12 million models since the Neurocont. I recognize this Yoda cup. Yeah, I really like this. This is a very vibrant color scheme. Really cool. Yeah, look how that pops. Works well with the purple as well. It has this, you know, similar colors, but still they pop really nicely. Very cool. And then you got the green. Super nice. Mr. Sharpspoon finished up Strike Force Octarius. I haven't got the transfer sheets, but for the most part, these Mantis Warriors are complete. Ooh, very cool. I like the weathering on these ones, like really heavy weathering. Looks very nice. I love this. Is a very interesting gun color. I do like it. It's very. It kind of goes well with the overall aesthetic. Yeah, I love this weathering here. Like it's super heavy. It looks like it looks like they've been through a lot. I can only see large army. You might be way behind. YouTube is garbage. Yeah, look at this. Whoa. Will you be reviewing the models in Prove Me Wrong channel at some point? I'm going to do something with it once it closes. Probably some sort of, at the end of it, be like, oh, this many people completed stuff because I told them to. Yeah, I love the heavy weathering on this. And the color scheme as well. I like green and yellow, but yeah, the heavy weathering is the standout. Like, I know these aren't metal models, but they look like they're made of metal. You can see down here as well. Very nice. Ah, beaky helmet in this. This is objectively the correct choice. Nice one. Yeah, very, very cool. Mr. Sharpspoon, very nice. And H-Grim with a Night Lord of some sort. I do like the Night Lord aesthetic is very, very cool. This is a very cool model. Yeah, the claws have come out really nice. I love the lightning on the armor here, and the bat wing here as well with its bone. Super nice. Yeah, great job. These pots look quite close to the edge of the table, so just move those. Yeah, very, very nice. Okay, we only got through one page, but I do want to do some painting, so I need to do a little bit of setup. By that I mean I need to get my light out. I think it's kind of supposed to be red hot. That's the case, but I think I don't know if it was meant to be that. I think it's just a very interesting. I think it was just a different color scheme. Well, I could be wrong. I just have to share that I'm a huge fan, and you've really grounded the hobby for me. Nice, thank you. How I could be helpful? When's the due date for me wrong? I think I said 4 weeks, so 4 weeks from yesterday, which is the 18th of October. Right, let me grab the thing. I'm going to mute the mic whilst I clatter. Alright, I'm done clattering for now. I may need to sort the microphone out, but we're going to hop over to the desk side. Hello. I'm in the way. Let's go there. That looks about right. Yeah, hopefully the autofocus works. So, first of all, I think I can show this off in a little more detail. This is the... I hate the autofocus on this fucking camera. The eyes look a lot brighter in the camera than they are, but they're still very bright. But yeah, this is the Tech Marine for the Screaming Ravens. I constantly put my hand here because otherwise it tries to focus on the thing I'm not putting in front of the bloody camera. Come on. I need to get a camera that I can focus with my hand because this is getting silly. There you go. Like, I love the axe. The kind of the molten stuff around it. I love the backpack. I love the pose because as well, this guy only moves 6 inches. I just love the fact he's basically just like jumping in the air like he's Mario, like stomping on stuff. But yeah, that was done by Steve as a result of a bet. I'll put you over there. And then we've got the things I've actually done for Screaming Ravens myself. So all of these are slightly different in different ways. This one actually has two... He's got 3D goggles on, essentially. I realised when I painted it, it's 3D goggles, but it also has a purple dot here, which came out really smooth. I'm very happy with the way that came out. Woohoo crushes Eldar Child. Pretty much. Or just crushes whatever's below him. The main theme of the Screaming Ravens is this: is the kind of main armor, and then colors. That's Rudy Goggles guy. This was the first one I did. So this one's slightly different because he's more matte with a bit of edge highlighting. So I was trying to work out how best to do the black armor. So this one is like got a bit of edge highlighting. It's very, very thick on the backpack, but it looks like the blue on the camera. It looks like the blue is it kind of goes the underside of that thing, but it looks fine from that angle. Don't look too hard. Yeah, he's got red eyes. There's another one with red eyes. Yeah, so I did dry brushing, then I thought I'd try to do the Black Legion contrast paint. Obviously, it just covered all of the dry brushing. So the rest of them are done with Pacific Island Grey instead. We got, I think this may be one of my favorites. This is the red arm dude. Come on, focus. Focus. With the mine. He also has red eyes, but yeah. The pops of red have come out really nicely. And yeah, the armor's actually come out really well. Like, not to toot my own horn, but I do like how that's come out. And silver for the kind of undersuit part. That's him. And then Knife Boy, which I think is my other favorite because I think the blues come out really well. He has just this kind of grey shoulder. Obviously, I still need to do the transfers, but he's got blue lenses and stuff. Very simple knife. Well, he also has a gold. I forgot I did that. He also has a gold elbow there as well. So a bit of colour to him. He's got his grenades. I like him. He's good. And then finally the commander. A bit more simple. He only has a gold hand. I'm quite happy with the fact that his like actual palm is still dark. He also has, you can kind of see it, he's got a slightly tinged purple foot. Or leg, like half leg, and then also here as well. You can see it quite well in the camera. And actually with the light on, it's really kind of clear. There is a dark purple, bloody focuses. A dark purple rim there and a dark purple foot. Like bottom half of his leg. And the green eyes, the green lenses, and the gold hand. So that's kind of the idea. And it's a mine. And they call it a mine. That's the idea with Screaming Ravens, is they are like, if you saw these guys running at you, you're like, well, who's the commander here? What do all the colours mean? What's going on? It's just like this blur of colour, and it causes a lot of problems. So these guys. So you can kind of see the spray didn't catch too well on some of the resin parts with the backpack, and I don't think I can. And I want to go over obviously and kind of make sure it's all consistent with one color anyway before I start doing anything. So that's what I'm going to try and do today, is basically have all of these with Black Legion contrast paint just all over, just to kind of smooth everything out, shore everything up, and then I will do some dry brushing either today or depends how long this takes. Because yeah, a lot of these you can kind of see underneath didn't come out very well. But my plan for these is that the likelihood is the armor is going to be fairly similar. The actual blades are probably going to be a variety of different. Probably move myself. I can move stuff back over here. The lightning claws are probably going to be a bunch of different colors and different styles, but most of the armor is probably going to be fairly similar. Maybe a couple of trims here and there different, but I don't want to do too much because the main event is going to be the backpacks. So each one of these is going to have a different backpack. And someone asked about freehand. So some of these are going to have some freehand. So each one is going to be based off an F-Zero X car, or F-Zero GX car, or F-Zero car. Not just because I've been playing F-Zero 99 loads, which I have, but also F-Zero X is one of my favorite games of all time. And basically one is going to be like a Blue Falcon one, one's going to be like a Wild Goose, one's going to be a Golden Fox. I've got 10 different ones. So this one will be like blue with kind of the edges here will be white and red stripes, and then you'll have one which is kind of green wings, and then the middle is yellow, like Piku's car. We've got Wild Goose. One will be gold with red and black stripes. One will be pink with kind of flame decal paint, probably again freehanded potentially, on the edges. And I've got 10 different ones I'm going to do. So that's why I don't want to go too much doing like kind of different shoulders and stuff, because the backpacks are going to be the main thing that kind of shows off here. And the helmets are also kind of custom helmets as well. I do like these custom helmets. And the other thing you'll see is a lot of them have kind of different claws, because I got them from various sources. This guy has that kind of lightning claw on one hand, and this kind of like chunky claw on the other. So I am going to run these with storm shields, is the other thing. So they're not going to be, I'm not going to use any guns, just so you can kind of understand what they are. They're going to be heirloom weapons and storm shields, as kind of the main thing. Because at least they can kind of be like their ninja combating. So that's the plan. So yeah, I will get on and do some painting. Basically, by the end of this, I want to essentially have some brushes in. Probably clean that up at some point. I want to have the. Do I need the wet palette? I probably don't need the wet palette. We need the contrast paint. Probably don't need that from now. By pop away, I mean just slightly off screen. And then let them go. So yeah, my plan is to have the black done. By black done, I mean kind of do this. And if we have a bit more time, I might do something else. I might do some dry brushing, because I went quite heavy on the dry brush with these. I think it came out quite nicely. But I did nothing else to these the armor on these guys apart from the dry brush, and then covered in silicon grey. And it's subtle, but there is definitely, like you can see on the elbow there is definitely like some edge highlight to it. I think it's really nice. It's also very quick, so. And I kind of want to be fairly careful with this. I'm still going to use a fairly big brush. Not that one though. I've got some small brushes here, but I walked away. So that's what I did. So hopefully I won't bugger this up. That's always what I worry whenever I start doing any sort of painting, is I immediately worry I'm going to ruin something. So I'll try not to. The purity seals on Terminus right now, they're so tiny, yeah. I do find like with a lot of the tiny details it's a bit annoying. And again, I'm immediately... I can't really... I'm not very good at this whole streaming thing. I'll be honest. Because I still struggle... very thick. I struggle with getting the camera in the right place so you can actually see what I'm doing. And then I just kind of go. I'm kind of off camera. Unfortunately, because I'm not doing Magnus, I don't need to concentrate too much, because this is basically just literally just putting base color down to smooth everything out. I should be able to interact with chat a little easier. Yeah, my plan is hopefully by the end of this 4-week thing, I would like to have this squad done, at least. If not more. If I can have more done, that would be great. But again, one of the things with this kind of arming, do it out of spite, is it still requires the time to do it. So if, you know, I don't want to oversell myself and then stuff like work or other commitments get in the way. So I'm going to try at least still be realistic, unless someone was like, "Ah, you won't do it, you bastard," and then I'll be like, what you fucking say anything? I'll have you know that I won't do it. You don't like any fun lore about any faction in the stream? What's your favourite bit of lore? You and or anyone else? I'm hoping that hasn't gone too thick. Seems to be okay. It'll probably be fun when it dries. So I haven't worked with resin kind of at all in terms of painting. Or have I? No, I have a little bit. Very little. No, it was a while ago, so I don't really have that much experience with this. I hope it's not too much of a issue. Make sure all of the spray didn't quite get is got, and then I can also just make sure that it is all kind of covered. We're moving on to the next part. Thankfully, the orcs get up to is so much fun to talk about. The whole faction is one big shitpost. Yeah, there's the I did read one thing. It was about an orc dude. I can't remember his name, but he like goes into the warp and finds corn or something, or like corn demons, and then is basically just like constantly be revived to fight them. And he's like, yeah, this is right what I wanted to do. And so he's just there forever, just fighting. It's very orky and very cool. Okay, no, that's fine, that's fine. Ah. Make sure I think that away. I'll just take it back to it. That's the legs done. Yeah, Tusker Demon Killer, that's the one. That's the guy. On here. Actually, I might have been... no, I do want to do this. I want to do it this way. I thought I was being a dumb... I had an idea in my head about how this was go, but the idea in my head was about a step ahead. So... I was about to call myself an idiot based on my brain being actually the idiot. Don't think too much about it. There we go. Right. I do find with spraying sometimes it's very difficult if you kind of, when spraying, it's very difficult to work out if you have actually got everything, and then you bring it inside and you're like, oh, I missed a bunch. Right, so that's one. This is basically what I'm doing. I'm going through, so I've done that one there. Kind of putting the black on to even everything out for any inconsistencies the spray might have done, so I can then work with it a bit better. The fact that the Land Rover's name is for mechanical Ark and Land, yeah, I've heard that one. It's funny. I kind of like it. It's very silly. So you found out about Warhammer 40k Bolt Gun. I've played that. It's pretty good. I got lost a lot, but it's quite fun. I haven't finished it though. All the infantry rooms fed with flux space were an orc ignoring their planet and go straight to the Eye of Terror. They stabbed a bloodthirster in the balls. But my favorite Warhammer lore is details is probably the stories of the elves. Of both settings. Those minis are basically work in progress, therefore not part of the pile of shame anymore. What is the pile of shame? Talk about that. What does the pile of shame mean? Because I've always considered the pile of shame being the pile of stuff that is not finished. Essentially. Like anything that is unfinished is part of the pile of shame. Or perhaps you have a different definition. I kind of be messing with this right. Just cool. Contrast paint, space coat. I'm just here to even up the colour, so put a bit more speed into this because otherwise I'll be here forever. Gotta be careful. Be a little bit more daring, I think. That's the other thing as well. The more you paint, the kind of quicker you might get. But I do still feel like one issue I have is I'm very slow at painting. I'm a very slow painter. Where are the Raven bits from? Some of them are from Puppets War. I believe the backpacks are Puppets War, as well as some of the claws. One of the claws is from... If you go to the Streaming Raven video that I did a while ago, if you can find it, it's the most popular video, so if you go to the channel and then just sort by popular and go to there, in the description of that video has all the links to where I got the pieces from, because the helms are from somewhere else. The backpacks, I believe, are Puppets War, and then some of the claws are someone else. I can't exactly remember what it is. Grim something? That might be might have made that up. That means when you realise months after you bought something you have no interest in ever paying to get. That makes sense. Like stuff you buy and you go, oh, I'm never gonna get around to this. I do have some stuff like that. Not that I'll never get around to paying to get, but there's definitely a part of me that's like, yeah, I'll get around to this eventually. Like the orcs, for example. I have the orc beast snagger box. Like, I'm not likely to get around to that. Same with the Votan box. I will get around to it at some point, but it's not high on the priorities. So they're definitely on the pile of shame. Then again, I consider anything uncompleted with the polishing, so again, that's a different definition potentially. Also, not only will we have to contest with YouTube latency for chat, you also have to work with me not looking up at chat whilst I'm painting. Both Eldar and Lumineth were once massive super empires that were forced to endure a crippling and brutal fall from grace. Yeah, I know about the Eldar one. I know about. I didn't realize Lumineth were the same. That is interesting. I guess elves will, as all elves do in all settings, including D&D, will eventually. I don't know about elves in D&D. To be fair, I don't know about the actual lore. I just assume all elves will eventually become too decadent and fall into disrepair because they live too long. But again, I don't know what actual is. Do demons even have reproductive organs? I mean, probably. Just to prove that they do. Or just so someone can kick them in the balls. That Bloodthirster probably only has balls so they can be kicked, to make him more angry. Which makes a lot of sense, when you think about it. Because being kicked in the balls hurts a lot. And so if you wanted to cause maximum pain, add balls. We definitely need to get into this hand here to figure that out. There we go, finger as well. Yeah, so we'll do quite nicely. Perfect. It's 2. We're on a roll. Well, on a roll, I mean I've done 2 models. They go so far as to live lives of such extreme discipline in order to distance themselves from that of their forebears. I have a huge pile of stuff I want to paint, but there's so much of it that I keep buying more shiny things. Yeah. I think there's definitely kind of that build-up of stuff that you... Like, you haven't finished stuff, therefore you're still buying new stuff. I think that's where the build-up comes from, right? Like as some people call it, like pile of potential. Pile of potential, or pile of future fun, or... vault of... I can't remember the exact phrase, but Elecman's vault of deep self-loathing or whatever it is. Whatever the name of it is. We all have one. They're just like us. Who needs them? Realistically, I really only do the backpacks, but I should do all of it. They're still smug elves who know they're better than everyone else, and that's what I love. They suffer from the very pride. Yeah, elves are always like... Elves are always bastards. In the D&D campaign I'm playing at the moment, it's 2 half-elves, an elf, and a goblin. And the elf is just a pompous bitch. Not that my goblin cares. My goblin's just like, well, poor friend. Still new friends. The campaign's not tongue in cheek, so I'm very happy to play the cliche. I just remember there's a funny rule for the Orc Killer cans. Called Shooty Power Trip. What am I painting? I am, these are my Vanguard veterans, which I've undercoded for, but I'm basically going through doing a Black Legion contrast paint over all the models, just to kind of even everything out. Get everything to a good baseline. And then from there, we will, whether we'll do it today or not, I don't know. Or whether I'll do it off stream. But then I'm going to do a heavy dry brush, the slap chop, or zenithal, however you want to call it, of Mechanica Standard Grey. And then, I think it's Grey Seer, so get some like lighter highlights on there. And then on the main armor, not the jetpacks, we're doing Silicon Grey after that, so it matches the incursors that I've done. And then from there, that's not quite catching on to that a bit more. So yeah, Basilican Grey on the actual armor to match the incursors, and then a variety of different things with the claws and stuff. That'll be fun. But then the jetpacks are all going to be themed after different F-Zero machines. I picked 10 that I like. Nice variety. But they'll be really bright and vibrant to match the Scream Raven theme of just like bright colour in your face, but also kind of dark and spooky. Tell you what, the thing I'm not looking forward to painting potentially is the Centurions. They look like a bit of a nightmare. They're quite chunky. There's a lot of different bits on them. I enjoyed painting the incursors. Vault of pure procrastination. That rise is still shaped by their pride and smugness, which I love. Yeah, that sounds good. So yeah, that does sound interesting. Every time you, like, people talk about the lore, it all sounds very cool, and I need to get off my arse and actually do research. I do have a video in the works, like I have many videos in the works because I'm just that kind of guy. Producing all this fun, exciting content for you about a certain piece of lore. It's an interesting video. I'm still trying to work out exactly how I want to present it. Because it is somewhat interesting. But also somewhat like... it's an odd topic. Not to be like overly cryptic. I like discussing about the videos I've got coming up, but obviously I don't want to discuss too much because one, it'll not so much I want to spoil stuff, but also I don't want to overpromise, because if I then change my mind about how I'm going to do a video, then it kind of changes what I've just told people. Right. 3. Roll a d6 on a 2+, you ignore cover, which is very useful in 10th. If you roll a 1, they randomly shoot the nearest ally. Yeah, that is very fun. Yeah, I'm still alive. Hello. Brings to be a pile of pain. Nice. Pile of pain, pile of shame. Good. I'm glad spite is fueling so many people. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to fuel respite. William was created great wonders of magic and power, capable of shattering their realm. It's nothing more than an ego project. Nice. Question: what is the best D&D class? I would say cleric. I think cleric's really, really good because they do a lot of damage with some of their combos. They're good crowd control, they're tanky, they can heal. You can have like infinite flavor with them because of all the different subclasses they've got. Relatively good stats to work with. You really only need like 1 stat. You need wisdom and maybe like strength or if you're going for some of the more combaty ones, or just Constitution. Yeah, clerics are just good. My favorite, which I think is also very good, but one of my favorites to play, is also I do like playing clerics. I like playing artificers, just because I think they're quite fun. And they're quite an interesting thing to play. I'm quite enjoying. Obviously, I haven't played it too much. I'm playing a Swarm Keeper Ranger right now, with the different rules in Tasha's Culture of Thing, because the original Ranger was hot garbage. And that's quite fun. I think I played a couple of Rangers actually. I played a Gloomstalker once as well, very similar. But again, the thing with the classes you got to remember is you're kind of playing for the level like 1 to 8 range, and at like level 3 and level 5, clerics are very, very good. Like level 5 clerics are absurd, because you have Spirit Guardians and Spiritual Weapon. Spiritual Weapon is not concentration. So you got basically an AoE, crowd control, high damage ability, extra damage on your bonus action with a movable like thing. You can heal, you can throw debuffs out, you can bless, get guidance. Yeah, you can't go wrong. Cannot go wrong. But they couldn't help themselves. The old Lumineth wanted to prove how much better they were than everyone else and did it anyway. I'll fucking do it again. When a spire fall nearly destroyed the realm of light. Literally, the literal sun. That would have been bad. That would have been bad. Something great. Making Tyranid schemes require 3 layers of highlight. Yeah, that's why I kind of like I wanted to keep most of the armor black for Screaming Ravens, because I knew it would be. It's relatively simple. But that's the other thing with Screaming Ravens as well, is I can kind of, because it's the theme is there's lots of different themes or lots of different things. It means I can try a lot of different stuff. If it doesn't work, then fine, I can cover up with something. But it's like trying out the, nice smooth paints for the shoulders was interesting and helped me learn. And the arm helped me learn a bit there as well. So yeah, really, gotta keep your schemes simple. That's why I didn't initially do the blue and yellow on the helms or Thousand Suns, but I do kind of regret that, so I will go back and do them because I don't want to not have that. Lumineth climb a ladder of philosophy known as the Heclamer. I'm not pronouncing that. Think of it like Buddhism, because their goal is literally spiritual enlightenment. Working on your Skittles. I assume that doesn't mean you're just working through like a pack of like Skittles, just eating them, but that would be funny. I'm working through this bag of Skittles. They're very tasty. Not that I'd blame you too, Skittles are pretty good. Yeah, I need to. I will at some point learn where is a better place to put the camera, so that you can actually see what I'm doing. So I do apologize for the literal just empty space where I should be painting. Because it's one of those things where, because I'm not like a good painter and it's not a learned skill I have, I don't want to like, even though I'm just doing like a very simple black base coat on stuff, I don't want to potentially jeopardize the what I'm doing by attempting to put the model in an uncomfortable position, you know what I mean? Really, I should just put like something more interesting and visually exciting on the screen. Although if people are like painting or whatever, then maybe they don't need to look at the screen. You can just listen to my weird ramble. Or discuss in chat. I do really like these helmets. They're kind of beaky, but kind of not, which I do enjoy. I've seen them a lot, and I think they come out really nicely. We'll do one more, then we'll have a quick break. Teclamentari. Oh, that's pretty close. 5 signs have been assembled. Well, you might as well assemble the other 5, because I'm still streaming, so you might as well do the other 5 and then go play Baldur's Gate 3. I haven't played much Baldur's Gate 3. I really should. I played like 2 or 3 hours of it. I really enjoyed it, but again, I find with games like that, I need to really sit down. I just don't have, like, I then find like if I'm like, I'm going to sit down and play this game for a few hours, I'm like, but I could be doing something else, and then I just do nothing. But then I have sat down and for several hours and played F-Zero 99, so what do I fucking know? Why do I start with the arm this time? I don't usually start with the arm. Well, I start with the arm this time. I'm going to have to just learn to deliver that. Does the counter page remove if you just prime them black? I mean, I'm doing important work. Yes, it's not the most exciting of work, but it is, like, this is the thing, right? Like, I feel like painting on stream for me is quite difficult. You know, I'm still fairly nervous and fairly, like, anxious about making mistakes and stuff. And having to also try and like entertain and that kind of thing. So sometimes painting it can be quite a personal, like, kind of something I want to do alone. So being able to do stuff like this, kind of the, I guess the busy work, kind of setup work, being able to do this in chat is quite useful for me. And yeah, it is basically just painting the black more black to make sure it's all even black, but it's still, it's something. It's not like I'm going to post these in the Prove Me Wrong Cows chat and be like, I'm done. But I could. It's my own chat. I can do what I want. If you don't like it, I can ban you. So I do have all the power. I hold all the cards. I won't, but I could. So just remember that. Just remember I could be extremely rude. Don't start anything. To make Skatari drink. I figured it was something like that, but yeah. I'm still gonna assume you're just making your way through a bag of Skittles at the same time. Just because I think it's funny. I see Marines I want it painted black. Pretty much. Yeah, especially because the the wings themselves seem to be, they really didn't catch much of the spray paint, despite the fact it's clearly the paint has gone up this way. It's caught a bunch of other stuff in this angle, but yeah, the resin wings did not want to play very nicely with the spray. So just want to make sure it's all nice and even. Because it also means if I make mistakes, it's easy to clean up, right? That's kind of the thing. And it is contrast paint, so at least it's nice and easy to just very quickly just slap it on, let it dry. Looking at the other ones that are drying, it looks like it is coming out fine. Because the dry brushing will also be a fairly quick step. I could do that on stream, but I'm likely to do that off stream at this point. I don't know. We'll see how quickly we go through this. Like what do people do when they paint, like, in terms of, obviously I know some people are painting right now, so they've got like me on the other screen, but if I wasn't here entertaining you as like the benevolent creator that I am, what do people do? They music or YouTube other videos or streams or films? I feel like watching a film might be a bit much, but you know, maybe podcasts. philosophy, you know, all those kind of things you can do in the background. Just a cheeky bit of philosophy. Should note as well that I'm actually just got my head straight down. I'm not looking. I haven't looked at chat, despite the fact that I've asked questions and I have seen people have been typing in chat. The blinking makes it look like I have additional eyes. Yeah, the problem is the blinking animation is such a short frame that it it looks like I have extra eyes when I don't. It's very silly. Oh well. Try to leave a bit. What color scheme for the Ravens? So the main body of what I did before was so it's slap chop with some dry brush and then basilicanum grey over the top. So it still looks dark, but it's not like with a black undercoat as well. So it still looks dark, but it's not. I don't have to edge highlight essentially. Then it's so for the incursors, it was literally just random bits are random colors for confusion and stuff. For these guys, the actual armor is going to be fairly consistent. So the same thing, but then all of the backpacks are going to be themed after a different F-Zero car. So I don't remember which ones I actually chose. So I think it was Blue Falcon. I can have a quick look. Yeah, Blue Falcon, Wild Goose, Fire Stingray, Golden Fox are the 4 classics, and then Twin Narita, Bloodhawk, King Meteor, Hyperspeed and Night Thunder, and Death Anchor, and Bloodhawk. I'd say Bloodhawk. If that means anything to anyone, then awesome. You're a fan of F-Zero like I am, so good. As you should be, because F-Zero is fantastic. I've been playing a bunch of F-Zero as well, like F-Zero, not F-Zero 99 as well, F-Zero X. I've been playing loads of X Cup. So I have an idea for a video around that. F-Zero X was just it's a great game. Love F-Zero X. You like Wipeout? Get out. I mean, you don't have to, but F-Zero X is just clearly superior. Not that I was a Nintendo fanboy and continue to be a Nintendo fanboy or anything, but that's just how it is. Just try on stream. Can you quickly show the mini you're working on? If the autofocus helps, I'm working on these. If it does not help, I am just like doing the cleaning up the spray, just make sure everything is nice and consistent with some Black Legion. Podcast do you go to? Don't like videos because they're distracting. That's fair. I like watching videos which this is going to sound silly. Videos which aren't distracting. So again, Josh Strife Hayes videos that I've been watching recently, very good. You don't have to look at the screen all the time. Like again, earlier today I was doing work whilst listening to that. So yeah, and podcasts obviously are very good. And audiobooks. I've never gotten into audiobooks. Maybe I should give that a go. But I'm not a big book person anyway. But you know, it seems to be quite a popular thing. Yeah, so podcasts, audiobooks, paint with your dad, yeah, to paint with people again. I mean, it is fun to do this, like the painting and streaming. But then, like, you know, for the first hour we were just chatting, and I think it's that I do really enjoy streaming, like this, you know, conversations we have, just being able to chat and, you know, see what you guys are doing, and you get to send me messages like, you know, that make me feel good about myself. Well, I don't normally feel good about myself. That sounded really depressing. It's not like that. It's not like I'm like, please validate my existence or anything. But you know, it's just a fun time. And then doing stuff like that is kind of relaxing. But most of the time, if I'm doing something like else, it'll be like, yeah, YouTube videos for me. YouTube videos, TV shows that we've already watched. That's a good one as well. But I sometimes watch YouTube videos that I've already watched. I went through a phase, and again, this is ADHD hyperfocus in action. Does anyone watch the channel? I think it's YMTAH or TAF. He does the Dark Souls and like Elden Ring and Skyrim like challenges, like do Skyrim without fighting anything, or the Wizards Guild without Casting Any Magic. And he did his most recent one, the Top Gear one. I've watched that a few times just because I like the soundtrack and the audio from it. So even though I've seen it a few times, I still watch that one. It's nice to put on in the background. It's quite a long video. Audio podcasts. There's one called If You're Driving, Close Your Eyes. Not heard of that. Fun title though. It's kind of a skill to paint on stream. Also, to go back to that thing you were saying, don't worry about being good while streaming. Yeah, I mean, I watch people stream while painting, and I think it's just a case of I just think the camera's in the wrong place, because it would mean I have to paint like really far out here, which seems like a nightmare. When if I had a camera like behind me, like pointing down, it would be a bit better, but then like I don't have a way to position that at the moment, so it's a bit of a weird one. But yeah, it's fine. I usually have music podcasts. I was thinking listening, then nice drink to sip. Oh yeah, good point about the drink. I haven't actually taken a drink in a little while, so after I've done this one, I will take a drink. We'll have a drink with me. Make sure to stay hydrated, everyone. This is your hydration check. As I think a lot of streams have anyway, like just a... Hey, are you sitting up straight? I'm certainly not. That's the other thing I find with painting, actually, is my back hurts after a while, because I lean over slightly. And so I'm kind of holding a lot of tension in my my back, so I need to... Like after I do a long painting session, I have to really like do a proper like full bridge like, on the ground. Like spider walk a little bit just to get the back to pop back into place. Not back into place, you know what I mean. I could sit properly, but I could also not. That guy done. Right, 6 down. Not counting paint water as a drink, that's smart. I don't know why, but for some reason, if I'm building a new or special Warhammer kit or another hobby, I reserve videos for them. That makes sense. It's audiobooks. I used to theme the book in a way that was related to the army I paint, but not recently. Now I listen to what I want. If I paint, it's just some background music for me. If I'm really into it, I tend to zone out and stuff. Yeah, that's the other problem. Hi, Josh MC 2000. How's it going? And Paddywhack. It's alright. You probably said this a while ago. And Daniel Stefan as well. Love the Kane audiobooks for 40k. Thanks, Daniel. I'll throw you when you got nice hands. Thanks. I really don't. Maybe slightly grim. It's not too bad at the moment, but you might always see that. But that's the... You had it. Come on, autofocus. You had it. You literally had it. I can't put my own hand behind it. Okay. That's the gash I managed to cause myself building Centurions. Like an absolute fool. It's fine now, but definitely felt stupid at the time. Yeah, YMFAH, that's the guy. Yumfa. Yeah, very good videos. 11 Chaos Space Marines now finished. Very nice. Nice one. What are you making? New subscriber. So what I'm making... so these are my Vanguard veterans for my Screaming Raven army. So if you're new to the channel, you might not know about this, but my Screaming Ravens army is basically a Raven Guard army, but their method of stealth is to just scream at you and just make lots of weird colors. So the 5 incursors that I made are all like weird different colors. but mostly based on like a black Raven Guard theme. And I also I'm going for more of the kind of confusion element, where you have no idea what's going on when when the Screaming Ravens come, because you just hear noise, you see random colors, you don't know who's the captain, what's going on, and before you know it, they're all either dead or you're dead. So that's what I'm working on at the moment. And yeah, I haven't done many painting streams, so I'm very behind on chat, and I'm not very good at doing painting and chatting at the same time, so I apologize for not really catching up on chat. But I kind of got into the groove of doing this, so I am looking up every so often. There's a YouTube video about proper ergonomic painting stance. Yeah, I need to sort that out. Also listen to long-form YouTube videos. Yeah, there's a lot of good long-form YouTube videos. Another channel, Mandalore Gaming, is one I watch as well. I sometimes go back and watch his like long playthroughs of the games, the Halloween games, because they're a lot of fun to watch. Or sometimes, you know, like Tabletop Tactics, Battle Report is quite good. Though sometimes again I zone out, so I'm kind of like, wait, what happened? How did they win? What happened? So yeah, with some videos I do kind of zone out and realise I haven't actually been watching them, but it's just background noise at that point. And sometimes I pause the video because I'm like, and I do this for work as well, I'll pause the video to concentrate on something, or for work, take like a call, and then I'll just forget to turn it back on, so I've just been sat there in silence and realise I haven't actually needed the distraction. Yeah, that happens sometimes, which is very weird. Still waiting for that video where you roast our piles of shame. I mean, I'll definitely roast if you post something in the Prove Me Wrong Cowards Discord and then don't finish it within the month. I'll definitely roast the hell out of you. Full Gas Mark 9 roasting. Or I might not, because I'm lazy. I also feel like I don't want to. I mean, I might roast you or something. I feel like a lot of the time, you know, people put a lot of effort into stuff. So I guess people don't put a lot of effort into a pile of shame, so yeah, I should roast you for that. But maybe one day I'll do like a post your pile of shames, and I'll end you. I'll end you completely. That's my 2 cents. But I really love it if you could reposition your camera so you're comfortable and we can see. Yeah, it's just finding that position with the equipment that I have. It needs to be over my shoulder, so I just need to work out a way of getting the camera to be over my shoulder properly. And it's not like I don't mind showing the face, but it would also be a bit weird if I have both a VTube or PNG model like doing the talking that you see, but then also you see like half of the side of my face or something. So it's very much a I think one thing is this is gonna sound weird, I don't really know how I paint, and so trying to position a camera without knowing how I paint is quite difficult. Like I know like generally where this position is, but I couldn't relate this position to a camera position unless I obviously spend some time to experiment with it. Then obviously hyperfocus was setting, and if I'm kind of doing that, I'll probably just end up painting instead of actually working out where the camera's meant to go. Maybe turn down music a tad? Is the music loud for others? I have turned the music down, but then I turned it back up slightly at the start of the stream, so it might still be loud. It's not very loud in my headset, but then I know that my headset is kind of quiet. So it might be that the music is too, or it might be because of again, this is the other problem where I paint, my microphone is also in a different position to when I'm talking normally. So again, it might be that the microphone is out of position. Basically, all this is to say I'm a great streamer, and you should all like, comment, subscribe, and all that good usual stuff. Finish your sorcerer out of spite. Was in there for a day. I think you might have lost. Nah. I think people are gonna be. I think I'm still gonna win. The reason I'm gonna win is because it's my channel and I say when I win. And if I just delete that, if I just delete the channel, there's no evidence. So you know, the house always wins, as they say. That's fine. So their version of stealth is to not be stealth. It's a kind of stealth because I have like some eliminators, where they're partly stealth, so you won't see the eliminators because of all the other screaming stuff around. Swipe VA hub. I'm setting up with paint desk. Sort your chaos stealth. Very nice. Yes, the Steiner version of stealth. The Screaming Ravens count as a cursed founding, as they have been created by Paul and not Steve. Yes. I'm only going to respond to what. Yeah. Here's a neat trick: if you post or claim to paint something, do only a character. That way, the IRS can't prove that you 100% finished your pile. It's true. I need to know what happened when Screaming Ravens meet the Emperor's Children battle. The battle determined who is. It basically just gets very, very loud, very, very quickly if Emperor's Children and Screaming Ravens meet up. Tim Rogers' action button, long form videos. I don't think I've heard of that. But that sounds interesting. You can't prove that I have 20 Zangor or some guard mods paint. I mean, I can. You just have to remember that, again, the DM horse shit is real. These are my rules. I can just claim that you do have that, and it becomes true. I have all the power in this house. Oh, that's all the paint chipped off there. Despite, depending on the weight your camera mounting on the arm of a table lamp. Yeah, so it's only a webcam, and I do have like a webcam, like bendy webcam arm. It's a bit stiff though. And it's just a case of that, how long is that? Like I could mount the camera on top of the light, but then I don't have a very good mount for it, so it might fall and slap me in the head, or worse, break the models. I'll do some experimenting, because I think next week I won't be doing any painting on stream. So I need to do some experimenting, trying to work out the best place for it. And I imagine at some point as well, there will be a case of I will need to record some painting being done. It's like a time lapse, so I'll need a better position for that. And that might actually inform where that goes a bit more. What I'm doing at the moment is I'm looking up a chat going, yes, there's a lot of messages, I'll get through them. And when I'm answering a question, I look away and do some painting, then realise I need to go look back up at chat to go through all the questions, and then chat's moved. I would love a pile of shame. Roast video. The Vault of Self-Loathing, yeah. At some point I might do that. I might do that around, yeah, I'll make a post on the Discord, be like, and on the, make a new channel to post 2 files of shame with the with posting and being the express permission that I can make fun of you for anything and everything within the photo. And I do mean anything. But not for a little while. I've got a few other. It's one of those things where that's a good idea. I will do it at some point. I've got some other projects I'm working on. Like these guys. I'm gonna make a video about these guys at some point. Well, probably once I finish them. Howdy physic? I keep calling you psychic every time I see you, even though it's definitely physic. Just I think psychic is just a word I use a lot more than physic. I'm not a scientist, I'm a magician. The music is drowning out my voice a bit. Okay, let me a bit of a turn down. Hopefully that's a bit better. I mean, I asked that a while ago. I have a 3D printed. I have 3D printed camera. Ah, that's smart. From the IKEA tertial lamp. That makes sense. I could 3D print something. I've got friends with 3D printers. That might work. That might work. When I have a pile I don't want to paint, but if I paint it, then I want to keep painting. And then buying more models. That is another problem. Like with the Screaming Ravens, I was already like, but what if I got some Outriders? Because that works really well. Which just adds to the pile of shame. I actually did manage to stop myself doing that. But also with the Incursus finish, that actually is something for Hobby Bingo, which you may not remember is still a thing that I'm doing, because I almost forgot. So yeah, I actually did manage to get some points for Hobby Bingo on that. That's 10 quid. I don't have any spare money on that. I think I've spent it on the Augustus box, the Gastus box, which still has some stuff in there I need to paint. I need to even build. Like Desolators, which are basically worthless now. They're probably not still worthless. They're probably still pretty good, but 200 points for 5 Desolators seems a bit much. Me. Too rich for my blood. Glad to catch me live. Nice. Looking forward to proving you wrong this weekend. Starting and maybe finishing a night? Maybe. You've already lost if you're thinking maybe finishing a night. My victory is secured. Or assured, I suppose, is the actual phrase. Not secured. Not secured works. Again, my house, my rules. Question, what do you think of drilling barrels for bolters? I do have a video on that I'm working on. It sounds like I'm working on so many videos. A lot of these videos where I say I'm working on, it means I have the idea for it. And I have done minimal work to actually progress it. Or progress it, as it should be pronounced. I haven't done it. I've never drilled bolter barrels. I did a post on my on the YouTube community about this, and I'd say it was probably about 50-50 people who drilled them, people who didn't. Some people were very adamant that it was a requirement. So at some point I'm going to drill some bolter bits and then see how I feel about it. The thing with a lot of these ideas, like, I don't want to make a video about whether or not you should be drilling bolters until I've actually done it myself and tried it. You know what I mean? I'm finishing old D&D models I meant to paint a year ago. Doing a colour for one of the Dragonborn. Red. Classic red. Only submitted to Terminator Magic Man. You cannot prove anything. I won't pay my taxes. Again, it's my house, my rules. I can... Reality is whatever I want it to be. As a very powerful man once said. I could strap it like to the brush like a GoPro. You get like a POV, you are a brush. That's a very funny short video. POV, you're a brush in my collection, and it's just you're sitting there in a box for several weeks not being used. POV of a paintbrush in a Warhammer 40k, in a Warhammer 40k player's collection. It's just sitting there doing nothing. Free idea if anyone wants to do a small video, but if it goes viral, you have to pay me £1 million. That is the rules. Perhaps new finishing, push myself to do them. Nice. I was committed to doing Hobby Bingo this year, then saw Gasland. I mean, I've kind of done Hobby Bingo. It's kind of been a passive thing though. And the hobby bingo is mostly for just to curb the buying. And technically that worked, because my actual purchasing has really been reduced. The only thing I purchased outside of that was Magnus, but that was because of a different, I had to buy that because I made a different promise about a different bet. So that's that rule. One of your painting pots is missing. My speciality is getting everything 80%. That is the biggest killer for me as well. Getting stuff most of the way there. Because going back and getting the last little bits just feels like it takes so much longer. If you just did it at the time, it would have been fine. But sometimes you get to that last little bit. So sometimes you just have to kind of say that's good enough. Just say it's 100%. Unless it's something like fairly major that's missing, but sometimes it's okay to leave it as mostly finished. Oh yeah, the hat. That's another video I'm working on. I actually legitimately, I have purchased more things for that video. That's going to be potentially an extremely long video. And I'm not sure how it will go down, but the hat will happen. Do not fear. Any promises I make, I will get round to eventually. For example, going through everyone's submissions. I will get round to everything eventually. Because again, I procrastinated on starting it, and now look at where we are. We're in August. We're only a month and a bit behind. Also, I'm glad I'm almost done with these because this is getting like. I think I'm glad I'm streaming this bit because I think if I wasn't streaming, I would probably have stopped at 5. Even though this isn't really that taxing, it's still a bit of a slog. It really isn't even that difficult. I'm just... There's something about doing something 10 times in a row that really makes you wonder why you do something 10 times in a row. You know what I mean? Well, you do me a favor and tell me about how I'm not going to be able to finish my Terminators. I mean, yeah, you've already told yourself. You've already said you're not going to finish them, so you don't need me to tell you. I'm just gonna think way less of you if you don't, because you know, I think you might be right. It might be the only thing you are right about, but you seem to already be correct. So I don't know. Seems to me that you won't be finishing those Terminators. That's a good win for me. Aesthetically correct drilled barrels look awesome. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, if you can do it correctly, they look amazing. I have this worry when I'm going to go around to try and do it, that if you miss and they're off center, then it's worse than not having drilled it at all. So it feels like drilling barrels is a risk versus reward. And sometimes I feel like the juice isn't worth the squeeze, you know what I mean? Especially because, like, I'm not painting that often, and my painting standards aren't super high. I mean, I'd say I'm okay at painting. I'm very happy with the incursors. But at the end of the day, it is another thing to think about, another additional thing where it's not enough of a boon to the actual piece compared to all the other things I should be doing, like painting them, for example. So, yeah. One more to do. D&D is great. I know all loves you. Yeah, you know me. I love those human fighters with that, with the variant human for the extra feet. Primaris Lieutenant in Ferbus armor done. Nice. Guess what? Nice. Good job. I draw all my bolters and other large guns, and I see it as worthy time investment. Takes 1 minute max per model, increases the worth. 30 minutes, 1 hour per model painting, so 1 minute a drill. That is very true. That's the way I think about it. I think for me, I'm thinking about it in the big picture. Obviously, model by model, it makes a lot of sense, but I think because I'm thinking, oh, let's say I've got 10 models, that's 10 minutes. Which isn't much, but I've also got, you know, I need to be getting on with painting the models. And because I don't really think about, and it's one of those things, because I don't think about it at the time, it's not then a case of, okay, I'm painting this model, let's drill the barrels. The problem is because I don't have that in my like process in my mind, it's then going to be a case of, okay, I need to go back and drill these barrels. And if I've got time to do something, what am I going to do? Am I going to spend an hour going back through all my barrels and drilling them, or am I going to paint something new? And normally it's going to be paint something new, especially because I'm unfamiliar with, obviously I know how to use the drill, but it's just a case of, you know, trying to get that down. So I think it's one of those things where if you get it into your process, it makes a lot of sense. And it does look good. I think it's just something I need to get into my process, if that makes sense. When you do have to thinking that you see something, you assume that everyone else sees the same thing as you. But I'll tell you, Winston, that reality exists in the human mind, nowhere else. Yeah. Reality is a drilled gun barrel? I've forgotten where that conversation was going. Drilling barrels is really weird. I wholeheartedly think it looks a lot better. I know it's reasonably easy, but I never bother to do it. I mean, that's the thing, right? It's one of those things where it's like, it is very good to do. But then I'll be honest, I've played a few games against, like, I could not tell you if any of the people who I've played against have drilled their gun barrels or not. I just couldn't tell you. Because it's not something I'm looking out for. Like, unless the difference is that because none of them have drilled their barrels, like if one person drills their barrels and everyone else doesn't, would I notice the person who drilled their barrels? But of all the games I've played, even the ones with obviously with loads of bolters, I've just not noticed the barrel. It's just not something that's really a focal point. And even if it is a very simple thing to do, it makes it look a lot better. Again, on a table, it's not the end of the world, but maybe it is something people notice. Maybe it's just I'm not looking at it. And again, it's potentially it's a very small time investment. And I think if you're doing it at the time, I think it's worth doing. Is it worth going back to do? I think maybe it's something that can be a bit lower on the priority list. In my opinion. Drilling barrels have found that using a sewing needle in a hobby knife handle to make a perfect centered hole. Proposing that barrel drilling is part of the assembly step. That's interesting. That makes a lot of sense. I think if you do it when you're as part of the assembly, because you might already have the drill out for magnetizing, it makes a lot of sense to do that. So that's a good point. Maybe I've been considering it in the wrong. Yeah, maybe because I like when I build something, I'm not considering it then. And because obviously it's then like, oh, when I'm painting it now, I'll have to drill barrels at the end. Maybe it makes a lot more sense to drill the barrel before you paint it. Unless there's issues with that. Maybe like if you spray over a drilled barrel, maybe it like doesn't, maybe it catches weird, but I don't think it should. This arm here, and then the head. Some of these lightning claw convert like these extra like resin ones. Some of the actual claws came off, but I like the idea like some of them have like broken ones. This guy has like 2 floors instead of 3. I think it's cool. Yeah, some of this resin did not like catching that base paint. Full trust to the rescue. This guy does kind of look a bit like a zombie without the hobbling tools. Alright, that's all 10. Very nice. If someone can make a simple tool to get perfect bolts pixel, that would be good. Yeah, that would be useful. I think I won't finish the night. I think I won't finish the night. How jokes you'll start painting it now? Well, I still don't think you'll finish it. Just because you start painting, it doesn't mean you'll finish it. Paul, will you finish your model? Not today, but I will at some point. Welcome back, Fallout. It's the end of the world in Space Marine Heaven. You get rejected and go to Nurgle Hell. That's unfortunate. Quick philosophical question. Are the Scream Ravens just Imperium sanctioned Night Lords? A lot of people mentioned that in the original Scream Raven video, that Night Lords are very similar. How did it for what? Did I miss anything? No. I mean, I finished painting the things just now. But you asked that question probably about 5 minutes ago. I don't think other people notice, but for me it's annoyance if I know the barrel's undrilled. Yeah, it's probably one of those things, right, where as soon as you notice it, it's gonna bother you. But I haven't noticed it. And even looking at these, I think it might be the angle of the guns of these incursors. I can actually, like, looking at them from this angle, I can only see the front of one of the barrels. The other 4 I can't even see, just based on the way the guns are. So yeah, I bet it's one of those things, as soon as you do notice it, it's going to start bothering you. I think especially if you're someone who does drill the barrels, as soon as you have realized from other people, then it's going to be a bother. Use needle to center the drill is a very good tip. I once painted a unit terminator because an asshole called me lazy for not drilling. When I said I thought it wasn't worth the investment, he told me no, and that I was lazy. And then you finish the thing. My first model, I drill holes for Necron weapons. Oof. I have the WoW stick and I prefer just using thin vice to drill barrels. Using a power tool makes me lose control. I mean, I have nights I haven't finished either. You're out for 50 minutes? Yeah, I mean, we chatted. I can't remember exactly what we talked about. Yeah, let's have a look at the... So this is basically what I've done. So this is the first one I did. So essentially, it looks very similar to what it was before. But all the black is now kind of like fairly even across the board. So the light's going to catch little bits, but mostly in like these bits here where it didn't really catch inside the engines. Yeah, it's all nice, and there's still a couple of bits in there that haven't really caught it, but that's fine. Because it's going to be dry brushed anyway. So that shouldn't be a problem. So I need to wait for these to dry, obviously, so I'll leave these out here. But most of them have already dried, which is nice. And for people that weren't here before, I will just show off a complete Screaming Raven. As you can see, very much simple black armor with random bits, like red arm for this guy, and an orange shoulder trim. The WoW stick. I don't think I know what the WoW stick is. I think people notice it. Like, here's some pictures. Look what I paint. Yeah, I think if it's like a picture, it's much more noticeable. Not on the battlefield. Yes. So some of the wings. I don't think those ones have any breakage, but some of them do. Like some of their some of the flaps are broken. They probably weren't on purpose, but it's fine. They add to the aesthetic. Yeah, I don't. In the past 15 minutes, I don't think anything important happened. I mean, it's a Paul is bad at stuff stream. Nothing important happens. So yeah, that's that. So we'll go back to the chat. I can turn this light off, which is bright in my eyes. So just clatter a bit. One sec. Yeah, so I'm glad I got that busy work out of the way. So the next plan for these guys is dry brush all over. The armor is Ember Silicon and grey. Wings are going to be a variety of different colors. And I'll probably do like a trim here or there or a shoulder pad just to... The WoW stick is a small handheld drill grind thing, like a small Dremel. Interesting. Was it battery powered screwdriver? I tried Dremel. Yeah, I have just a hand like manual one. Right, we will do comment of the week and then maybe one more page of submissions, which will take us up to 17th of August. Comment of the week. So showings. We'll go over here. And I think I need to. Gotta find it. You'd think I would have prepared this ahead of time, but here we are. Not preparing this ahead of time. Yeah, that one. Oh, I just found this comment really funny. So, I believe this is Spawn Love, who was in the chat. For some reason as well, YouTube has decided to put the names for everyone, but not in all places. So on my YouTube dashboard, it's not always this. And obviously in the live chat, they are different. I don't know why it's done that, but this was when in the latest video where we start doing a bunch of wrestling stuff. I just thought this was quite funny. It is very much like what we were doing was just boys will be boys. And I did cut the yeah, I don't know why they changed it. It's really annoying, the app thing. Yeah, I was saying, yeah, I cut the video for the for those wrestling moves, just so you don't see that I'm the one jumping into them. But yeah. Have to go now? No worries. I'm not going to be on too much longer, to be fair. We're going to go through a little bit more of submissions, and then that'll probably be it, because it's been quite a long stream today. Nearly 3 hours. It's been a fun stream. So, Eevee finished their first Warhammer model, which is a squig hopper or a boing rock bounder, and it's very cool. Some sort of double stout over here. Really vibrant red on the squig here, really nice. And the green on the skin here is very cool. Yeah, the red is so nice and vibrant. Really nice job, especially for a first model. Very good. Zenik, who finished a squad of Dark Angel Deathwing Blade Guard veterans. Also very cool. I love this armor. It almost looks like marble-ish. I love the hue. I love this mace as well. That's very cool. I love the red insignia. That's an interesting touch. I like that. Very nice. Yeah, the boing rocks are the ones with the hats, right? Paint job I'm working on for BF's Tombcrons. Ooh, very interesting. Very nice. Red blaze with this again. Very similar to Zenith with the marble, almost like stone pattern here. Very smooth red. I really like that. It's really vibrant. This color scheme together works so nicely. Great job. From Blood Girl or B1 Ood Girl. Cornflakes. Ah, yeah, this pink Yoda cup once again making an appearance. Not quite as good as Grommet Mug. Speaking of Grommet Mug, I think there's 3 videos now that people have not found the Grommet Mug. You're slacking. I don't know what's going on, but in the latest one, I even made it slightly easier. I will say the Grasslands one is very difficult. I should start putting a rating for the Grommet Mugs. But yeah, we saw this earlier. Love the I love this color scheme, but I love the gradient here. It's really nice, especially into this blue at the end. So you've got blue as your kind of spot color here, but the gradient into this blue is so nice. This is very well done. Interesting how he did this. I assume it's contrast paint. Very, very nice. Yet again, earlier, big old group of Creature Leviathan Marines. These look to be white scars. Very, very clean. It's just the one picture, but we can see all of them here. Because there's the yeah, that was right. That was a very, very clean red Judicia, if you remember. Which is already that incredible Judicia. Or Judicia. Just a very, very clean alone. I actually, now that we've seen the rest of it, this being kind of the inverted version of what we saw earlier is very cool. This was like red and white, and these are white and red. Extremely clean. It's wonderfully done. I love this here as well. And this blade up here. Really nice. Totally Spy, another model for your Indomitor kill team. Ooh, very nice. Is that Raven Guard? That's a Raven Guard. At least it's a Raven Guard symbol. I don't know if... Yeah, because these are the ones with like the one metal arm. Love the gun. I do really like the guns for some of the Deathwatch kill team. Although I guess it's just a heavy Gravis dude in it. Very nice. Nico, Titan Tech Priest. Was a pain to do with resin. With this old resin model. You can see from here, I think this picture does a better job of showing the detail here on like the line on the blade here. And in the cloak as well. Even the metal. Yeah, it's the axe that's really drawing me in. This blue is so vibrant. Yeah, the cloak and the blade. And the blue spot him with the eye for the servo skull. Very, very nice work. And on the blue at the back here, extremely good. Nico, very nice. Drakdera. We have another, what do I call these? Like disco volcanoes? Disco Inferno would have made so much more sense. Why don't I not call them that? Idiot. The very bright volcanic with the volcanic rock Titan. Don't know if they have a picture with the lights off, but I believe some of this paint... Yeah, they don't have one with the lights off for this one, but earlier we saw this paint was glow in the dark. Very cool. Thunderous Gaming, Crisis Suits, finally done, all weapons magnetized. Another very clean red. Like, really cleanly done. And fully magnetized is going to be a lot of... It's going to be very useful. Yeah, love this. I love this clean red. Really nice. Just the one picture. Yeah, the fact it looks like it's leaving out lava for the previous was very, very cool. Once the game saw someone walked up and looked at the game I was playing and coughed directly in my opponent's drink and then walked away. What a bizarre person. JD just finished this Destroyer Lord for a commission. Ooh, very nice. Very nice on the blade. Ooh, and the glow from this this orb here onto the leg, really good. Nice detail on the chest here, this chest insignia, really good. I love the scar kind of coming across his face. Very cool. Ari again with a Von Ryan Leaper, very cool base. I like this color scheme, it's black and red. kind of almost like camouflage style. Like kind of camouflages all across the chitin and even into the skin. Really nice. I don't know purity, 99.1%. Vindicare Assassin. Very nice. It's the one image, but you can see the detail here on the gun. I feel like I've said that a lot today. I feel like every stream, and I say this every stream. So I'm saying a lot of things a lot of times every stream, and then talking about them every stream. But I feel like I've said just the one picture, but you can see everything. I'm very much like just very self-conscious about the way I repeat and talk about far too much. Anyway, I really like the gun. I like the whole model, but the gun itself specifically is very like I love this popper red. It looks very cool. Yataghan with some rubrics, just to. What is this? Like half and half? That's insanely detailed. And you got like a 1-2-1-2 pattern with this one, and then you got the half and half here. And this one's like backwards and forwards. Bloody hell. Very, very nicely done. Very, very clean. And you've done it down here on this leg? That's insane. And I'm pretty sure that's not even meant to be. That's definitely not meant to be striped. You just did that because just show off. And here as well. Yeah, that's absurd. Yeah, this is the Yataghan is the person who did the white scars as well. So you clearly Yataghan. If you are watching this at some point, or you're watching this now, very nice. Hedgehog with yes. So I've played with some of these. These are some Gaslands cars that he's made. Unfortunately, you can't see all of them because of the way this is set up. So let me just try and work out how to fix that. Right. So you've got Trusty Rusty on the side, which I think is just like a grimy rusty paint. This van in the middle with the front ram and the gunner on the top. This thing's tanky as hell. And then it's not even allowing me to show the third one because it seems to not like it. But trust me, there is a third car over there. Why is it not even allowing me to shift it over there? I don't know. But there is a third kind of skull hot rod. Those are very cool. Ergontal. Pile of shame getting smaller and smaller. I'm trying to get all my Dark Angel units painted to acceptable standard. Ooh, very nice. Yeah, I love the weathering on this one. These like bright white wings, very clean. I love these crystals as well, and this gun. So we've got a lot of different ones in here from what I can see. Some classic Raven wing. I love these helmets. One because they're beaky, and two because they're cool. It's a nice glow with the plasma and the blades. Yeah, it's a shame you'll never know that that's for Gaslands. Love this. Love this flag. And some Desolators. Very nice. I should at least build my Desolators. They are cool. I might still try and use them. God, I love this. I love this colour. Very cleanly done as well. I love this kind of like... Again, nice bits of weathering and dirt on them. Down here in the boosters as well, you can see it on the feet. Yeah, very nice. That was from Ergontal. Or Ergontal. I've basically pronounced it the same way twice. Totally a spy with some breacher type things. So it's a Flesh Terror. I assume it's like Flesh Terror Blade Guard conversions, maybe? They look like they got like breacher shields or something. With the mace. Oh no, they're Death Watch. Because of this arm. And it's Totally a Spy, and we've seen Totally a Spy stuff before. It's always bloody Death Watch. I'm saying like that's bloody Deathwatch. It's always Deathwatch. I'm saying that because I'm an idiot. I'm frustrated with myself. Is the problem. I'm frustrated with myself and again realizing Totally a Spy is making a Deathwatch army, and therefore whatever it says on that side doesn't matter. A monolithic doofus, which is a great name. Recently finished some Raven Guard stuff, so we've got some infiltrators, I think, because they've got the pad here and this and the slightly different gun. Very clean. Yeah, like the edge highlighting some of these spot colors with this red, like the red, and getting this white, getting the transfer on really does make them pop. So I definitely want to get the transfers on to the onto my Raven Guard just to get that extra bit of pop, like the white helmet. That's one thing I haven't done with any of those in curses, but none of the helmets were different. I was thinking about it, but I didn't in the end. Yeah, I love this guy. I love this guy. This is actually these actually might be the helmets these guys have. My Vanguard vets have these very similar. I think they are the same helmet. They're very similar. They might be the same. Not quite the same. They are slightly different, but yeah, very similar vibe. I do like them. Now that I've seen one painted, yeah, it's really cool. Oh, and some Hell Blasters as well. Loving these. Really nicely done. It's all I do till my airbrush comes in from a towel. Yeah, the thing is, every time I look at it, like, oh look, it's X chapter, and then I turn the look at the next picture. The models turn, and I see that one metal arm. I was like, oh, it's Deathwatch, and it's Totally a Spy. And I keep forgetting that Totally a Spy makes Deathwatch. I like the way you've done these with this like silver outline. Really cool Raven Guard stuff. Loving that. Team Scoped Gaming with a Redemptor, I think. Very cool. Again, really clean lines on these. Very nicely done. And a load of knights. And again, very clean knights. I love how shiny this gold has come out. You got 6 big knights. Very, very cool. You got some more stuff in the background here. I can't quite see what they are, but maybe it'll come on. Monolithic Doofus once again with Invictor and one of the big land speeders. And it looks like some Vanguard vets being worked on in the background. And some sort of anime cup. Again, not quite as good as a Gromit mug, so gotta do better than that. Zinch's. I didn't really mention how good the models are. The models are very, very good. I really do like them. I'm loving the Invictor. Very nicely done. I kind of just saw I made fun of the anime mug and just forgot to actually say the actual art was good. Alright, got a few more to go through here. Zinch's Cutest Pink Horror with an Harriman. Very nicely done. Oh, I love this gold disc. Very vibrant. I love the jewels inside it as well, all the gemstones. Yeah, this is very clean. On the shoulder pads as well. Super nice. I love the cloak as well. Yeah, the gold disc. Ooh, very nice on the backpack as well. Love this cleanliness here with this yellow as well. Very nice on the cloak. Very nice. A tapped red creature. First ever models feedback requested. I'm really enjoying this scheme on the Tyranids. Yeah, I like this like spotty chitin. At a children's adventure game, Sam's murdered 16. What? I'm now just this. What? Is this some sort of? It sounds like an AR. There's like an ARG. Is this going to be the first step towards some sort of mystery? The model is very, very good. I generally don't like you've requested feedback, and other people may have posted when you actually posted these like a month ago. I generally don't give much like feedback in like constructive criticism because I'm not very good at painting. So I generally like my advice is worth. When was something 90? Why did it say 999? So 999 there. Very nice. I like the sword. Swords have come out really nice. I think if I were to give some feedback again a month later, I think maybe the paint was a bit thick. You can kind of see it on the white, but that's something that I still struggle with. But then, in fact, if you even go back, the edge here is really nicely done. So it's definitely like I think it's just a case like you can see down here. It's quite nice down here. I think some of it might be slightly thick. But again, white is very difficult to work with anyway, so good job. Especially because for your first ever models, they're very, very good. Cave Ship 7, a Space Marine of the Sons of the Phoenix, a Glaive Wraith Stalker from Age of Sigmar, and a blurry look at the rest of your painting desk. Right, I think the lighting hasn't helped in terms of seeing, but I like this color scheme. I think it's like a white and pink. Very cool. And then it's a Glaive Wraith Stalker. Oh yeah, I like this face. It's very cool. Yeah, I think it's a bit tricky to see because of the lighting, but they do look good. I'm not sure what this says. Stweefen. I think I'm going to say that says Stweefen until corrected. Yeah, it's no other image, but yeah, I think it's just a case of, yeah, the lighting hasn't helped. I think you got a backlight here because you can see where the shadow is. But it looks good. Pro Acryl Titanium White. Yeah, I've heard there's a lot of good whites out there because I know specifically the Games Workshop whites are not good. We've got some Drukhari from the kill team here. Not the kill team. This is the Corsairs. I'm stupid. It was still from a kill team, but it's not Drukhari. It's Corsairs. Very interesting. You've like blue tacked it to a big base, so I guess you could paint it so you can put it on a fancier base. But very cool. I like the green bird. Oh, actually, yeah. From the look at this bird is very vibrant, very nicely done, and the armor's super good as well. And was that an injury or was that paint? I can't tell. I can't tell if you've hurt yourself or this is paint. You may have hurt yourself. Is that blood or paint? It looks like it's blood come from here. Your thumb okay? Anyway. Very, very nice. Is this real blood on the... No. Yeah, the bird in this like ruffly bit here is really, really nice. Yeah, I assume it's paint, but also... Why does it look like it's coming like up here and around the... Anyway. Played Drukhari and Kill Team so my phone was constantly mistaken for Corsairs. Yeah, that's the thing, is the Corsairs are very like, because I bought the Corsairs for Drukhari, so I think of them as Drukhari. Yeah, I thought it was blood. But then again, I don't know, maybe it's not. Caradrum. Contributing with some of my stuff, some really nice work going on in this channel. Caradrum with some very cool Admech. Very interesting color scheme, actually. I like this the gold and we'll go back to things. Gold and green, and all the guns are very nicely done with the glow. Very cool Calastian robots. You got like it's like a dwarf tech priest. Very nice. Yeah, very, very clean all over. Really cool. And then we got some Reavers. I like what you've done with this, like a chain, like a not a ghillie suit, but like a cloth netting stuff. Yeah, I didn't do that with my. So you got like the glow inside. I haven't done that with mine. Maybe I should, because it does look very cool. Also, I'm very lazy, and it's just like a token. So I feel like maybe I shouldn't go too hard with this. Ooh, some very cool looking. Oh, hang on. You know how I said it wasn't this model specifically because I thought about different model. These are the warlords from Warlords of Draenor. You got Jeffrey, Bob. No, it's a Black Hand. What's this guy's name? It's the first boss of the first raid. It's going to be something stupid like it's like Shatterhand or something. I can't remember his bloody name. White Dwarf Anniversary model. Yeah, 4 weeks to show me up. And if you fail, well, I knew you would. $700 in several years to paint off all 5 points of adamant. This is Nerzel. This is I can't remember any of their names. What's going on? This is Garrosh. This is Hellscream. This is I can't remember the names, but this is these are the Warlords of Draenor. What was this guy's name? Rend Blackhand? No, Rend. I'm gonna have to look this up now. I'm being stupid. I should know all these names because I've played bloody Warlords of Draenor. I've also played Warhammer. Yeah, Garrosh. You got Kargath Bladefist. That was simple because his name's Bladefist. Nerzel, Kilrog. I don't know which way around that is. None of them are Gul'dan. None of them are Grommash. No, that might be Grommash on the left. Then, oh yeah, that's Kilrog then next to him at the front. Nerzel is at the back. Bladefist is on the right. Yeah. I love these. Very, very cool. And some Eldar as well. It's that kind of black and red Eldar with the... Yeah, really, really cool. Some great armies here. Yeah, very, very nice. That was Caradrum. And finally Marvin. Also with some Eldar of their own. Ooh, and some Drukhari. Ooh, these are very, very nice. That one's a little far away, a little small to see. But these are excellently done. You got like spot colors on the hands and the feet. Just the toes and the fingers. Really cool. Yeah, I love those. Excellent work. This is from the completed chat. And I'm going from the beginning. So this is the 17th of August. We're going to end that there. I am still over halfway through. Page 17 out of 28 currently. But that'll be it for the stream. It's been a long one today. But thank you very much for sticking around if you did. And if you did enjoy the stream, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, all the good YouTube stuff. And go watch the videos. If you haven't already, you haven't watched the video on Gasland or the videos on... or the latest video about Spite, go do so. Continue to post, continue to prove me wrong if you dare. And once again, thank you very much for watching. I'll be back next Thursday for another stream and probably a video at some point within the next week or two. But yeah, that'll be it for me. Thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you next time. Have a good evening, everyone, or a good day, or wherever you are. I don't know why I said that. Anyway, see you.